Hey guys, welcome back to AO Farms and welcome to the Zielonka Supercut series. So this is the first 10 episodes back to back in one single video of my Zielonka Let's Play series. So if you want to sit back, relax and binge watch the first 10 episodes, this is the way to do it. So without further ado, let's get into it. One thing you'll notice is I've got the lizard T-Rex and it's rather dirty, so I've put it to work doing a few things. So let's jump into the build mode and I'll have a look at the starting farm. So the starting farm is just adjacent. Hey guys, welcome back to AO Farms for our first episode of our Let's Play series on Zielonka. So this is the premium expansion and premium edition for the Farm Sim 22 franchise. So basically what we're going to be doing in this series is playing through the map, experiencing the new machines, new crop types, etc. Now I've made a few changes initially to the map, so I'll get into those in a minute. I've started in farm manager mode. I'll walk you through what I've done. So it's a little bit different, a little bit unconventional, but let's have a look. So this is the farm area. Or farm shop, sorry. One thing you'll notice is I've got the lizard T-Rex and it's rather dirty, so I've put it to work doing a few things. So let's jump into the build mode and I'll have a look at the starting farm. So the starting farm is just adjacent to the farm shop and it's in this area here, so you can obviously see it's been removed. So what I've done is I've come through, I've deleted all the buildings, I've retained some of the bushes that were here, gotten rid of most of the trees, and I have leveled and softened the area because it was quite flat through here with a few sort of slopes up around this area, so you can kind of see, not really close up, but kind of where the deformation of the ground used to be. And this has all been softened and prepped to turn into a field. So I think I'm going to turn this into a field at some stage. And I've deleted all the trees, and by deleted I mean I've used the lizard T-Rex to delete them. So I'm playing on console. That's the only way to get rid of trees on console. So just to sort of open up the area a little bit more, remove obstacles for the machines. And over in this area, so if you're familiar with Zielonka, you'll notice that this was all covered in trees. So I've deleted all the trees off of here and we're just left with this old shed barn looking thing. So that's going to, there's a golden apple just in there too, I think. So they're worth $5,000 apparently. There's 50 on the map. Yeah, so I've cleared this area out, so I'm probably going to put a solar farm or a wind farm or something in here just to sort of utilise that space, because currently it was just a bit of a wooded area with not much going on. So now that it's been cleared, I could potentially level it off as well, put some buildings in there, but I'm thinking solar panels to start with, and then we'll just go from there. And like I mentioned, we've got our original OG farm location, which has been removed. So I've kind of set up for a new farm area, which I'll get to in a minute, but basically why I moved from here, or looked to move from here, was basically the area is quite small and the area around it is quite hilly, and it would be very hard to flatten without ruining sort of the aesthetic of the map. So if you look out over the distance there, you can see the rolling hills, all that sort of stuff, and I wanted to retain that as much as possible, particularly in this section of the map and particularly through here. So if we look out onto the bigger map, our starting farm is here, and then there's a north farm which is up here, and then there's a southern farm which is down here. So if we just pop down here quickly, the southern farm is just here. So I did look at this location for a farm because of the flatter area and for expansion with buildings and other such things. It seemed like a good idea. However, I didn't want to disrupt the current field layout by putting in, you know, say for example, taking up a field here for construction purposes. I wanted to utilize the spare sort of flat ground in and around the map. So if we zoom back out, you can sort of see we've got this area here where you can build on. There's area here that's free. Not so much in this area, perhaps just here or there, but a lot of these areas, we'll go and have a look, they're actually quite hilly as well, with a lot of dips and valleys. So like it's not so pronounced through here, but I really didn't want to disrupt. Like this area is probably not too bad, but it's a little bit small for probably what I would want to build on. And like I said, I don't want to disrupt the current layout of the fields because I quite like them and I think the aesthetics are quite good. So the area that I settled on, so if we just cruise back over to the starter farm, which is down this way. So we're back at the starter farm. So I'll go back to the big map again. So basically over in this area next to the grain mill and close to the potato processing factory, there's this big section here which is sort of untouched. And I didn't want to go north or south too far because I wanted to sort of remain in the middle of the map, which makes it easier to basically get everywhere else you need to go for transport purposes. And it looks to me like the southern end of the map is probably more suited for larger farming operations, maybe some in the middle. But up here, it's like smaller fields, so it sort of suits a different sort of gameplay style. Of course, these can be all joined up, so it's much of a muchness, but I quite like this section here in the middle and this section here through there. So the area that I settled on was basically here because of the reasons of ease of access to the shop, so it's relatively close to the middle. We've got good access to all points on the map, so all the production points. It's very central, but it's not too far south or too far north. So let's cruise on over to this area, and I'll show you what I have done. So let's get our bearings. So if we head back up to the shop, which is just through here. So before I move on, actually, a couple of other areas that I looked at. So I looked at this area here, so field 33 and 34. So sort of leveling that and turning that into a potential spot. However, I didn't think it would be big enough. And once again, didn't want to utilize the fields that were already here for building on. Field 50, so in the middle, it's got a bit of a dip, and it's quite expansive. So here would have been alright to build on, but once again, didn't want to use that field. So what I did do is actually we'll go back up to the shop quickly, and then I'll take you down the main road, and you can kind of get a feel for what we're doing. So coming down from the main shop, head down this road, and we get to this bridge and lake section. And what I've done is, you'll probably start to see shortly, is I've put in a little bit of a drive entrance here. So this is where most of the vehicles will come in and out of. And this area here, I've leveled. Okay, so I've taken the 1.5 million. I've leveled most of this area here. So where the grass edges, that basically signifies where the area has been flattened. I've got a little bit of smoothing to do just in these sort of areas here, just to sort of even it up. But I'll basically give myself a nice big flat area to build on. Now, if I don't build on every part of it, that's fine. I can still turn some of this into a field by ploughing it, etc. And it won't really have any negative benefit. One thing I have added though is this bridge setup. So you can see this here. This wasn't there before. So I've raised up the terrain on either side of the little culvert, put in this little track to give me access to this side of the creek bed, so I can also build on here, put fields in here if I need to, because it is relatively flat as well, so it's suitable for building on. And I've cleared out all the trees that were here, so there was quite a few trees sort of in this section, a few trees along this border, and then there was quite a few trees along this section here, which I've subsequently removed, just to make it easy to get vehicles in and out, not going to get stuck on stuff, that type of thing. So that is where the farm is going to be located. So just basically in here. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to hook in. So we'll go back to our main area, and we're going to start placing our income generators. So let's go into productions, generators. So we're just going to go solar panels straight away. And I'm going to be pretty liberal with the placement of these. So I want them fairly dense, but I don't want it to look don't want it to look too contrived. Just keep it sort of nice and uniform. Now I'm going to put down as many as I can, and then I'm going to max out my loan. So basically what this will do is this will give us probably 3,000 to 4,000 per solar panel per month, and then that'll cover our leasing costs and our loan repayment. So I'm going to go grab a loan. So we're going to max this loan out if I can remember where it is. Okay, so let's take a max value loan out of 500,000. So I'm going to keep clicking this and then I'll cut it back in. All right, there we are, 500,000. So we're 1.5 million in the hole, plus a $500,000 loan. And what the plan's going to be is we're going to lease equipment as well. So I'm going to return this Lizard T-Rex. I mean, probably one of my favorite implements. So let's get this returned. Forestry machinery, let's return. Yes. All right, and we've got some used vehicles. So I think what I'm going to do is if there's a great deal on a tractor, which this is not too bad, it's probably a little bit of overkill for what we need now. What I'm going to do is sort of build out a fleet, get stuck into the carrots, parsnips, and whatever else. I've got seasons turned on, all the base game settings are on, so I may alter them down the track. I've got easy economy settings because I like to have money I like the income you get generated from easy economy. But yeah, basically that's going to be the plan. So let's get started. So let's just check our crop calendar. So we're in August. We can plant canola. We can harvest sorghum, potatoes, beets, carrots, parsnip. So they're in harvest season as well. So let's have a look at the contracts actually. This might be a good opportunity to sort of see if we can dip our toe in the world of carrot farming. Okay, so we've got that there. Not really interested. Oh, one thing we do need to do is put a farmhouse down so we can sleep. So we're just going to go our El Cheapo farmhouse. So I'm going to probably place this down next to this building here, with the view to probably remove it at some stage. So we'll do a nice homestead somewhere. All right, let's go and sleep. Just double check that's not going to be in the way. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, so with the ability to have the farmhouse, the solar panels, so the solar panels are going to start paying for themselves straight away from day one. It's going to give us it's going to cover our cash flow for leasing, and if there are any vehicles that we want to buy through the used vehicle sales, so 11,000 in property income, very good. Okay, cool. All right, what season are we in? September. Now I don't want to just start off doing contracts for the sake of it. I want to try and have a look at, yeah, I'll probably pass on the contracts for now because I want to focus on our own operation. So let's go and have a look at the harvesting. So when's planting season for these guys? Not until the next April. Okay. I'm actually going to turn seasons off so we can get stuck into planting what we want to plant straight away. So let's get this seasons turned off. I'll keep days per month as it is. Fixed visual month I'll keep the same. Snow, all that stuff. Crop destruction's on. Fieldstone. Let's turn fieldstone off. Turn off weeds. Keep lime on. Periodic clearing. Crop destruction. All right. Let's get cracking. So I'm going to sleep again. See if we can get something in the used vehicle sales, and then we're going to start going hard on the carrots straight away. What I will do too is I've purchased some land, so I'll run you through the land that I've purchased as part of the farming operation. Okay, 18,000. So that's pretty good. Oh, we've got some. What's that? Sorghum. Okay, ready to harvest. Okay, so we own. Let's go back to our main map. All right, so we own fields 45, which encompass the original farm. 46, 47, 59, where our solar panels are. 54, and this little extra grassed area down here. Strip field 52, 51, and 53. So where our main farm is going to be, okay, in the future. So when we start building out different production buildings or what have you, we got plenty of room for that. All right. So what do we have? Actually, we can pick up. So we've got that one. So what's over on this field? 57. I could probably just do this, can't I? So that's sugar beets. The new crop types. So we've got no new crop types on our current field, it looks like. No, okay. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to... Oh, did we get the sorghum up? I mean, it's quite a lot of sorghum, isn't it? What do we got here? Sugar beets. What's over in field 55? I mean, it kind of makes sense to make the most of it. Oh, canola, withered. All right, so that's going to be our first job. Get that ploughed out. So we might just go hard. We'll get a huge patch of carrots underway. Okay. Ooh, telehandler. It's not a bad buy, actually. 40 grand. Probably not something we need to worry about at this stage. Alright, should we go a large tractor? See what the leasing costs are going to be. Fendt Vario 1000. How much to lease? Base costs per day 3,000, per work hour 7,000. Could be a little bit of overkill. Yeah, I think this sorghum's going to be a good get because we can start selling that straight away. So let's get a harvester. We're going to lease one. Let's go something reasonably large. Maybe one of these guys, class. Okay, let's lease that. And we'll get a suitable header. Actually, I'm just going to use my go-to header. So let's go and grab one of the drapers. So the drapers are the tow behind variety, which is this one here. So this is the one I prefer. Might just go. So I think because we've got a significant amount of sorghum there, it's worthwhile getting up just so we can make some money pretty much straight away. Now we should be able to drive this pretty much uninterrupted to the field, and that's part of the reason why I got rid of those trees as well. Right, so let's unfold the harvester, and then we're going to need to get a trailer, and we'll take this over to Grain Pool East and store it, or we'll just sell it directly. So let's go and grab a tractor. So I'm just going to go the JCB Fast Track, just because it's quick. Get the BKTs. Alright, initial lease costs, that's good. Alright, and then so we're going to look to get a trailer that can carry everything. So one of my go-tos is the Fortis 3000. So let's just double check in the UI down the bottom there. That'll actually carry beets, carrots, parsnips. So that's all the new crops. So that's the one we're going to go for. And let's go BKTs as well. BKTs with wide tyres. That's no point because it's a lease. Alright, let's lease this. Okay, so this is going to cover our carrots and crops. Right, next thing we want to do is we want to get this field here prepared for so that's withered canola. So we want to get that prepared for probably carrots, I would say. So we need to get some cultivation happening. Okay, so let's have a look at which cultivator we're going to use. We might have a look at what's available in the premium expansion in terms of cultivators. So let's have a look. So this is a disc harrow. This is a shallow cultivator, 10.5 meter working width. This one will do 12.5. Need a pretty hefty tractor for them though. What's this? Bednar, 8 meter. So these are all the new harvesters and such. Alright, let's go one of these newies. I reckon I'm going to go, what's that? 10 meters, 330 horsepower. So we're going to need a decent tractor for that. Or do we go something bigger so it gets done faster? Let's have a look at the OG cultivators. Try and be sensible about this, so we're not going to blow through all our cash too quickly. So this will do 7.5, 6 meters, 12 meters. Roster mash, what's their horsepower requirement on that? 375, 320. Let's just go this one actually. So 375. Okay, and then we just need a tractor to accommodate that. Let's go something around the 415 horsepower mark. I reckon this will do it. Okay, cool. So basically, just to cover the leasing costs, we've got the solar panels, which we've already talked about, and then we're going to go straight into trying to get bulk crop in the ground. And the carrots yield pretty highly, so kind of makes sense that we would try and amplify that as much as possible. Just double check this is withered. Yep. So what I'll do here is I will cultivate so lower it down, get a bit of a headland happening. Alright, looks like our combine's done, so let's go and unload. So the thing with leasing you got to be aware of is obviously if you go too hard on leasing too early, your cash flow won't cover the cost of your leasing. And obviously we've got a view to buy what we need to as well, so the plan will be to go lease first, then once we get the cash up, go for the used equipment and then start building out the fleet that way. Alright, let's get this guy unloaded. Checking on this guy. Alright, so far so good. Alright, let's go and have a look at carrot planters. So I think they're in vegetable technology. What do we got? Yep, so these are the ones we want. So we've got ridge makers. So I don't know if the ridge makers are required or not. Let's have a look at these seeders. So this is the Cavernal end. It'll do 6 meters, so will this. So let's have a quick look at the in-game help for the new crops. Alright, here we go, premium expansion, so crop icons. So we've got soups, potato chips, carrot soup, blah blah blah. So we're going to go get all those done. Okay, creating ridges. Before sowing new crop varieties, it's now possible to create ridges with the Garami GF800 ridging equipment. This new step not only makes vegetable field look more realistic, but it also adds a fertilizer stage. The cultivation itself, as with previous root crop, requires specialized seeding, blah blah blah. So we don't need to do the ridges. And then we've got to harvest, and then we sell it. Production chains, pretty straightforward. Animal feed, some more animal food. With the introduction of new vegetable varieties, parsnips, red beet, you can now have more options to feed. Okay, so the pigs will take the new crop types, and the horses will take carrots, parsnips, and red beets. Interesting. Alright, I think what we'll do is we'll forego the ridging for now, and we're just going to go the seeding. So let's go the Cavernal land, I think, because it'll do 6 meters and only needs a 70 horsepower tractor. So let's lease that one, and then we'll get a small tractor. So this is going to be purpose built for our, let's go a Valtra N series maybe, or a class. So it might go 205 horsepower. Do we get a front? I don't think we'll need a front loader for now. Let's just lease that. Okay, see if these guys attach. I don't think we need any front weights. Okay, let's just double check. Unfold seeder. Make sure we've got the right width here. So you can connect these to the ridge markers as well, the ridge makers. Yep, that's fine. Okay, let's grab our seed. Now, I don't think these have a huge capacity for seed. Yeah, very little. Alright, let's go straight onto carrots. And what I'm going to do is, because I've missed a bit of this field, let's get this guy to cultivate up around where we need to. I actually probably want to be going the other way, but once we get established in a bit of a routine, how we're going to farm these fields. Okay, let's lower that down. Now the other issue too is this seeding operation is probably going to take quite a while, so it might be ideal to have multiple seeders running at the same time if we can, just to speed up the process. So our combine's ready to empty again, so let's get this underway. So what I'm going to do is I'll send this guy off this way, so we'll do the longer run first. Go and get this guy emptied. Now the grain pool east is over near the train station, so we'll be able to store that free of charge. Okay, let's get this guy unloaded. Okay, probably too wide of a header for this combine, to be fair. Okay, so he should unload while we're attending to this guy. Okay, let's get him unfolded. Now what I'm going to do is hopefully they won't run into each other. Yeah, so if you put the ridge makers, it'll give you those ridges and the fertilizer state. But otherwise we're basically just left with that sort of setup, which is fine. I can just double fertilize, I'm not worried about that. I will use the ridge maker at some point just to sort of test it out and see how it goes. Okay. Alright, how is this guy looking? Halfway full. So we should be able to get this field all the way done. Then we'll go and drop this off. Let's double check the price of sorghum. So 1,400, and peak price is in January, so we're not far from peak price. Alright, it's all happening. Could probably look to get some more cultivation happening actually. So we've got sunflowers here, which I'm going to discard because I'm not really interested. Probably look to join field 58 and 57, to be honest, because it kind of makes sense, I think, to have those guys joined. And we'll keep field 50 and 56, so 55 and 56 as they are, and then we'll get these guys sorted as well. So that looks like it's withered, and that looks like it's withered as well. So I don't want to alter the fields too much. Could probably, I'll just put a field in here. I don't think I'm going to do anything too crazy, and then we'll go from there. All right, so it looks like this guy should be able to keep pace pretty well. Where is he? He is missing a little bit of the edge though. So that might be, it's probably because I didn't line him up straight to begin with, I'm assuming. Yeah, no, it definitely looks like that. Well, unless it tapers off, maybe it does. It's not quite at 90 degrees anyway. It's a bit of a bummer, but anyway, we'll persevere. Alrighty. Alright, let's check used vehicles. I know we already did, but telehandler for 40,000. What could I use the telehandler for? I mean, there's probably going to be some use for it, right? I think what I want to do is I want to keep onto the cash that I've got. One thing I do want to check is how much that loan cost has been for the last couple of days. Where are we? Finance screen. Yeah, so loan interest is 1,666. So very, very minuscule. All right. Well, I think what we'll do is we'll leave this episode here. So just a bit of a setup video, plan for moving forward. So we're going to get stuck into all the root crops. We're going to go potatoes as well. We're going to do canola for the potato chips. And then we're going to do the soup. And then we're just going to try and come up with the most efficient way possible to get these carrots farmed in bulk. transport them around, do what we need to, and sort of make a go of Zielonka. So thanks very much for watching. Hope you stay tuned for the rest of the series, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. And we're still sitting on about 0.5 mil, which I am quite fond of. Now I'm kind of glad I moved all these trees out of the way, because carting this bit of gear around with the trees around would be near impossible. Hey guys, welcome back to AF Farms for another episode of Zielonka. Alright, so we just finished up with our sorghum harvest. We are potentially going to sell this straight away. I think we will. I don't think there's much point keeping it, because I'll just have to cart it back out of the grain pool when I need to sell it. So we'll just go and see who's buying sorghum at the moment for the best price, and then we're going to get our fields all planted with carrots. So we're going to go hard on the carrots initially, and then we'll go from there. I mean, there's nothing stopping us from doing each crop, so beets, parsnips and carrots all at once, so maybe we'll do that as well. We're potentially going to have quite a big harvest, so we'll see what happens. Alright, let's get this guy unloaded. While we're doing that, we should go and sell the sorghum. So sorghum is 1400 Erlengratt Farmers Market grain mill. So we'll probably just go to the grain mill. It's just down the road here. Right, let's get this harvester returned. Well, actually no, I'll double check just in case we do have anything else to pick up, which I don't know if we do. So we've got a crop over here with weeds in it. I think this is withered, so it's no good to us anyway. So that's withered canola, and next door we've got probably, what is this? Sugar beet. So I'm not really worried about the sugar beet. Alright, harvester, let's return. Header, let's return that. Now I do intend on keeping some of this leased equipment for a little while. I mean, I don't know if this sorghum is going to cover the cost of the lease of the harvester, but we'll soon find out, right? But I think, yeah, we'll just stick to the game plan. We're going to go the root crops. We'll also throw some canola in there, so we've got some oil for the potato factory, and then we'll just go from there. So this is actually just a sell point, not a production, which I find a bit odd. I noticed that in a couple of map tour videos that I watched. I don't normally do map tours, but I just like to, from my own perspective, discover the map a bit organically, and sort of be guided by, I guess, what sort of feel I get for the map. So 37,000. So that might have covered the leasing costs, just, but not bad. So that's our first payday. All right, so let's get this guy back to the farm. Bit of a drive around to get out of here, which is a bit unusual. I mean, I don't mind it, but one way in, one way out. Be cool if there was a weighbridge there. Alright, let's head on back. Probably got a fair bit of cultivating to do, so I mean, getting another cultivator probably wouldn't be a bad idea. So let's so I'm going to use this area too. It's just a bit of a parking area. Right, what's the horsepower on the JCB fast track? So it's 348. Right, let's have a look if we can get another cultivator. If I can remember where cultivators are. I meant right there, yep. Okay, so 348 is our horsepower. I mean, this guy here, 8.4, should do it. What about a disc harrow? 360, 390, 180. This is 6 meters. What else we got? Plows. Don't need a plow. Subsoiler. Oh, we could do the field joining actually. Usually I use the Lizard subsoiler for this purpose. 320 horsepower. Oh, there's a couple of big ones, eh? I'm not sure. Wasn't even sure I had these. How big is this guy? 22 meters. What's that got an attacher for? Okay. All right, let's give this a go. Oh, I don't think I've used this, so let's see what happens. It's definitely more cost effective than the first one, so. And it does look to have a pretty substantial working width, 22 meters. Hopefully we don't need a front weight. Should be right. It's going to be a bit tricky driving down the main road with this attached though. Alright, let's get this unfolded. Yeah, this is going to make short work of this field. Have a look at this. This is crazy. Oh, so it's also a plough too. Okay, let's lower plough. I mean, this thing's an absolute weapon. Have a look at this. So what I will do is I'll line this up so we can actually join these two fields together. So I'm going to join them. Oh no, it's the other field we want to join. So I'm going to overlap slightly. Get the worker hired. I mean, I didn't even remember installing this, but now that I'm looking at it, have a go at it. Wow. And that's the biggest one, right? Oh no, did I get the 22 or the 26? No, I think I went this one because of the horsepower requirement that we've got on our roster of leased vehicles. So what do we got? 415, 4. Okay. Cool. Well, that's plenty of working with anyway. So don't think it's going to be an issue. Okay, let's check in on this guy. So we've got helper buy turned on, so that's why the carrot seed capacity isn't going down. I think what we're going to need to do is probably, yeah, look, I think I'm going to trade in this guy, even though it was a reasonable lease cost. And we're going to go the cheaper, wider option because we've got the horsepower to make it work. And because we've got a pretty substantial area to cultivate, because normally what I do is I use the direct drill seeders pretty much exclusively, so you're kind of doing multiple jobs in one go. So let's return this. Okay, let's go and grab that other plough. So Lizard SM82. So it's got an attacher, I'd say. Well, obviously that's for something, but I don't know what you would attach to this, to be honest. All right, let's grab this one anyway. So this is absolutely going to demolish our cultivating needs. And we're still sitting on about 0.5 mil, which I am quite fond of. Now I'm kind of glad I moved all these trees out the way, because carting this bit of gear around with the trees around would be near impossible. It's very heavy on the back though, so potentially would look to, wow, look at this thing, it's like feels like it's going to take off. I think that's got to be up there with like one of the biggest working widths out there. I mean, at least for cultivators anyway, or ploughs technically. Alright, let's make sure we're getting all this area, get that overlapping. Alright, let's get another couple of these class tractors. So let's go another 2. So we have the 205 horsepower. Let's go. Did I just buy that or did I lease it? Oh god. I think I just bought it. Oh god, I wasn't paying attention, was I? Oh, that was a bit silly. Anyway. No wonder the money went down. Alright, let's get a couple of these other seeders. So, vegetable technology, where are we? I mean, why can't I find this? Oh, there it is. Alright, so we're going to go straight for the Mini Air Nova Fold. So we'll grab 2 of them. Make sure I lease it. These are going to be basically our seeding fleet. Okay. Oh, one thing I actually should check, which would have been smart before I got these tractors, is the harvester that I want to use. is going to be this guy here, so it's 100 horsepower. So I'll be able to use the class Arion tractors that I've leased and purchased to do my harvesting. Okay, that's good to know. The horsepower requirement's not crazy. Yeah, let's get carrots. Actually, let's go parsnips in our adjacent field. Oops, sorry buddy. Don't want to upset the neighbours. Now this should allow us to pretty much... I mean, do we just go get this guy underway as well? So it's 270 horsepower, so I'd need more powerful tractors. Okay, so we'll skip that for now. Let's get this guy folded. Oh, good to see he's taken out half of the sunflowers. It's generally what happens with these modded plows. They do go a bit rogue. So what I'll do is I'll do this headland on this end, so we have plenty of room to turn around, and then I'll come back in and we will go through these sunflowers, get them sorted. Okay, that's looking good. Did miss a little bit there. And we'll get our seeders cranking. Okay, so he should be all good now. He won't have too much longer to go. This guy's underway. Alright, let's get this guy underway as well. This is going to be our red beets. Now the other challenge is going to be how we basically mass handle these huge yields. So I won't fertilise for the first run, because I'm expecting quite a few, well, quite a lot of carrots in particular. Okay, so that's going to be that field. So let's cruise on down this way. What I'm going to do actually is I'm going to join, so cancel that worker out, join these two fields together. So I said I wasn't going to change the field layout too much. Okay, let's go allow create fields. See if we can just eyeball this so it's pretty straight. It's pretty good. But kind of where it makes sense, I'll do so. Where here it's fine. Kind of makes sense that we have one single crop running north-south rather than the two that we potentially would otherwise have. Okay, these fields look like they're slightly misaligned, so let's just pull forward until we get... Okay, it's looking pretty good. I've got a tiny bit of sunflower there, but not going to be the end of the world. Alright, what I will do is I will... That's interesting, that wheel is killing that bit of crop. Okay, we'll send him this way. And what I might do is I might get this guy to rejoin in... Oh wait, yeah. Where's this guy going, or no? Okay, now we're cooking. Yeah, I'll get this tractor to assist with one of the other fields. So probably we might go this middle field just so we're not having to drive too far over. Although the other field next door is quite big, so it would make sense to get these guys working in the big field. Straight up. Just double check which crop we've put in here. So this is carrots. Get our carrot selected, because this is obviously going to take a while, so let's just get him started from here. How's this guy going? Looks like he's missed a bit, which does happen. It's because of the shape of the field, essentially. So I'll just come through and tidy this up. What I might do eventually is just square this field off if it becomes a problem for the workers. Hopefully it won't, but I know some of these maps are notorious for that happening. And when I say just farm sim maps in general, certain areas where workers get stuck more than others. So we want to try and limit the issues in that regard. Alright, let's get this guy underway here. Alright, good. So carrots got a long way to go. Parsnips not looking too bad. We've got the second seeder going in the carrot field. This guy is going to finish off this area. How many workers have we got? So we can have 6 workers running at any one time. So I think that's on console and PC. So AI workers. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can go a 6th one. So should we get another Arion? I think we will. Let's go another Arion. Make sure we lease this one. And we need another seeder. So currently 6 meters is the biggest we've got. So obviously the more seeders we've got in play, the faster we can get this done. Okay. Okay, he's done. So let's get him folded. I'm going to get this seeder cranking. So let's get him filled up, ready to roll. Also interested to see how the visual changes in the map sort of play out. I think they should look pretty good. Alright. So what I'm going to do is I will get this guy started from this corner, and then hopefully they figure it out as they go. Just double check we're all carrots over here. Yep, all carrots. So I had a feeling I removed the trees for some reason, and it's like directly where we are now. There's a bunch of trees in the way. Not anymore. So, and I don't think it's altered the feel of the map that much, if at all, because it was pretty sparse to begin with, which I quite like, because most of the farms you see, Central Europe, America, there's not a lot of trees around. So I think this has got a good balance of having not too many. Like Elm Creek is obviously because of the American elms, so there's elm trees everywhere. Whereas here, it seems a little bit more sensible. Why is this guy not working? Not close enough to the field. Alright, let's get this guy. Get this guy moving. Okay, cool. So yeah, with these two plows working in tandem, we're going to speed up our efficiency immensely. I mean, not super realistic, but I'm just here to sort of farm bulk crop. Not really into fast farming, like you know, fast farming at like 70 miles per hour and that sort of thing. I sort of much prefer just to, where I can, where it makes sense, do the jobs required as quick as possible. I mean, being somewhat realistic, I guess, is how I would describe my Let's Plays. Alright, so these guys are about to have a collision, so I think what I'll do is I'll bail out with this guy. And we'll head back to the main farm. Actually, what I'll do is I'll park him over here. So this area is going to be utilised for this sort of stuff. Now I think I could really benefit from a front weight, to be honest. Alright, so we are... So 1, 2, so we got 4. So these other 2 guys, they can actually do seeding as well. So what I'm going to do is I'll get another couple of seeders. So that'll give us 6 tractors seeding. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 plus these 2. That'll give us 6. So let's get that happening. Oh, what is going on here? Fold player. Yeah, so having 6 workers attending to these fields will get these done nice and quick, and then we can get cracking with the harvesting. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to use the tow behind harvester with the onboard capacity. So it might be overkill, but I think that's probably going to be best. Or we could just go straight into the 4 row harvester. I mean, I can always do that too. I just want to see how much these leasing costs are actually. So once we do get to the point where we're going to sleep through a couple of cycles. Alright, so I want this guy, the Cavernaland. So let's lease that. So the lease on this one's not too bad. Alright, so we haven't got red beets, so let's get some red beets cranking in field 57. Okay, so that should be all good. Alright, let's get this guy back to the farm. Switch out this plough for a seeder. Another cool little feature here is this waterway kind of creeps onto the track there. I think that's pretty cool. And we also got to save up a bit of money to purchase the production points as well, so hopefully we'll have enough cash for that. I'm sure we will. If not, we'll just keep selling carrots until we do. So apparently the carrots are the most valuable of the new crops. Red beet being, so this is them by itself. When you put them through the production chains, it appears that they're pretty similar. But there's a few people out there doing the number crunching at the moment, so we'll have a bit more of an idea, I guess, sooner rather than later. We've also got field 52, 53 and 54 to look at as well. So I might attend to those a little bit later. Right. Let's get our red beets in the ground. Now I just want to double check. I've got lime required. So we'll hit the lime next time. Okay, so that's red beets. This one should be parsnips. And this one should be carrots. Cool. Alright, so how are these guys travelling? So it's got about probably 5 more passes there. This guy's got probably 5. This probably got another 4. This guy's probably got another 3 to 4 passes. And these guys have just started. Okay, so they're going to be a little while. Right, what we'll do is we'll leave that episode here. We'll let these guys finish up planting, getting these guys ready for the next steps. And then hopefully we'll have some parsnips. It's all going to be ready basically at the same time, which will be a bit of a challenge, but it's going to be a big harvest. But we'll get stuck into it and we'll make it work. Otherwise, yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching and bye for now. I mean, I think this is a tad strange. Could it be a bug? Okay. I would have thought we'd have some growth movement now. Hey guys, welcome back to AF Farms for another episode of Zielonka. So currently we've just finished off our planting of carrots, parsnips and red beets. So we've got 3 pretty big fields of all 3 of those. So I've got a fleet of seeders. So I had 6 running in the last video to get that area prepared and ready to go. The last episode we put these solar panels in so they're to cover our leasing costs. So we've got 6 solar panels. So it's going to supplement our income with some passive income. And we've purchased one of these tractors with a view to sort of, upgrade the fleet as we go. So basically for now, what we're going to do is we're going to take our first rest. So we're going to sleep and we'll come back in and see how much money we've spent on leasing A and then the growth states on the crops. So let's go ahead and sleep. All right, so 16,000 in leasing costs. So 22,000 in property income. So our solar panels are covering the cost of our lease so far. Alright, let's have a look at our fields. So parsnips growing. So this would be interesting to see how quickly, if they grow at the same rate or if they have a different growth speeds. Okay, so there's no growth yet. I'm not going to worry about the fertilization or anything like that at this stage. I just want to focus on getting these grown. Let's check used vehicles quickly. I've got that telehandler. I mean, I am a fan, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to hold back on purchasing anything used just for the time being. The other thing, part of the strategy too, is to get these solar panels in early. So when we are at a stage like this where we're waiting for our crop to grow, we basically can cycle through the number of days required to get it to grow. And while we're cycling through, we're still getting some income coming in from these solar panels. Obviously towards the winter months it's reduced. It's best in summer because there's obviously more daylight. But that's part of the reason why they're in the way they are at this early stage. So let's sleep again. Okay, so 16,000 in leasing costs, 15,000 in property income, so a slight loss today. And it looks like we've got some snow actually, which is quite neat. Let's check on the growth map, because I wonder, yeah, it looks like it's growing. I mean, because I've not grown these before, so I'm wondering hopefully I haven't missed anything for them to grow. Let's get this torch on. How do I get the torch? So obviously we're playing with so season's off, but we've got the visual month changes. So obviously through December, it's winter, etc. So we're going to get that visual change, which is quite dark now because it's still relatively early, but nothing yet. So let's go ahead and sleep again. Obviously our solar panels have reduced output through winter, which is normal, but you just got to factor that into your plan if you're going to use them. It takes about 2 years to pay them off. So after 2 full in-game cycles, all those panels will be paid off and they'll be making pure profit. So you can see their property income went down significantly through winter, exactly for that reason. Alright, we've got snow now. So the snow looks pretty cool. Let's have a quick look at the area. It really does make a bit of a difference, doesn't it? Alright, we can't see any visual change, so let's check our growth map. Used vehicles are nothing special. Now, hasn't changed in colour, eh? I've definitely got seasons turned off. Okay, so that was like day 2. Let's have a look at day 3. I've not actually seen any videos on the growth stages of the crops yet, so this would be interesting to see if they are ready to harvest all at the same time or if they're slower or faster depending on, parsnips or whatever. Still got nothing. That is interesting. I mean, I hope I haven't just wasted my time planting these, so yeah, definitely growing. Have we got any movement on the growth map? Doesn't appear to be. Alright, let's keep pushing through. Used vehicles, what do we got? Anything special? A couple of small cultivators, silo compactor. Is that a slurry tank? Yep. I always like to check the used vehicles every day, just in case. And I like to see the trends in what appears, because sometimes you get the same item or the same sort of category of item keep coming up, which is a bit unusual, but is what it is. Okay, nothing is growing. Okay, this is very, very strange. Very strange. I mean, I think this is a tad strange. Could it be a bug? Okay, I would have thought we'd have some growth movement now. Yeah, because that just hasn't moved, eh? That's not moved at all. This would be like day 5. Oh, geez, this is going to suck if they don't grow. Alright, property income's getting up there. 26,000. Happy with that. Okay, wow. We've got nothing. So we've gone from October. So we go November to... So we go in November. Let's say from December. December, January, April. So December, January, February, March, April. That's like 5 months. Okay. Let's see if there's any other carrots anywhere. So there's carrots here on field 47. Wow, this is very, very odd. What do we got? Used vehicles. Oh, we've got a big cultivator. It's actually not too bad. I think we just need to hang on to our cash. Let's have a look at the leasing cost too when we sleep. Because there is a leasing cost for the machinery just to sit there, as you're probably aware. So just want to make sure that's not too outrageous. Okay, so that's 16,000, 22,000 in property income. So it's well and truly covered. We just need to make some money with other things. All right, this is not gone to plan at all. All right, field. There was a field over here that had carrots in it. Okay. Oh, we've got carrots down here. Let's see how I have a look. Biomass heating plant. Okay, so these guys look like they're ready. Okay, they're definitely growing in other spots. Nice grain cart. Not really what we need right now. Let's go again. So this is now May. I mean, unless they do take 6 months to grow, but that's very unusual. I wouldn't have thought they'd take that long. I mean, I don't even think potatoes take that long. Okay. I mean, unless I've done something wrong in the preparation. So let's have a look at the help menu. Okay, here we go. Premium expansion, crop icons, blah, blah, blah. So what are we going to do? With the premium expansion, new types of root vegetables enter farming simulator. Besides potatoes and sugar beets, it's now possible to grow carrots, parsnips, and red beets. Before sowing the new crop varieties, it is now possible to create ridges with the grimy GF800 ridging equipment. This new step not only makes the vegetable field look more realistic, but it also adds for the fertilizer stage. So that to me sounds like it's an option. It's an option. You don't have to do it. Cultivation itself is with any previous root crop requires specialized seeding and harvesting equipment with Kverneland's precision planters. The seeds can now be planted directly into the ridges, unlike before. The planting rows can realistically be laid out straight rows and 90-degree angles. I mean, unless this is mandatory. Oh, tell me it's... I mean, if it was mandatory... If it wasn't mandatory, you wouldn't be able to... I don't think you'd be able to seed, right? You wouldn't be able to plant in the first place. So the fact that I was able to get the seeds in the ground indicates to me that that's not an issue. What else we got? Let's go again for one more day, see what happens. I've got a feeling this is not going to work. Well, I'm glad this is going on YouTube if it is a fail, because then it'll definitely help a few people out, or it'll be a bug and Giants will have to fix it. Yeah, this is very weird. Look at that. It still hasn't altered. I mean, talk about wasting time. Holy crap. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and use this ridge thingy. So let's go this one here. So let's lease that. I'm going to grab the JCB. Actually, no, I'm going to grab the Fent. I'm going to hook it up. I'm going to do a small section of a field that I've already done and see if that actually makes any difference. Okay, so this is the ridge. I'm just going to call it the ridge maker. I mean, if this is a mandatory step, I think it should be pretty clear. Oh no, the ridges have got to go... Oh, don't tell me you can't. Yeah, this should work. My understanding is you can connect a seeder to the back. Okay, maybe not that guy. Maybe this one? No, I've got to put the 3-point... I've got to buy it with the 3-point attachment. Oh, that sucks. Alright, let's get this guy. So let's get the 3-point attachment. Actually, rather than buying something new, let's go and just do some manual ridges. I could have sworn this had a hitch on it. Obviously it doesn't. Alright, so let's go through here. So we'll just start from the edge. Okay, so lower, turn on. Okay, so that doesn't do anything. Could it be because I used a modded cultivator? Oh, I bet you that's probably what it is. I've got a feeling that is what it is. Alright, let's grab a standard cultivator. Wow, this is gonna absolutely suck if that's the case. Let's grab this. Okay, let's grab any one of these guys will do it. So I might do it on a different field actually. So we'll do it independent of the fields that we just did. Just see if we can troubleshoot this, because this would be very helpful for other people who decided to use mods instead of base game equipment to cultivate their field. I don't see why it wouldn't work. Like, it's obviously a bug, because I mean, you can use it with other crop types, like any of the grain crops, like don't have any issues with any of those, so it's just a bit annoying. Alright, let's get a bit of field cultivation happening. So we'll go directly across here. Okay, so I'll get the worker happening there. So I'm going to come in behind with this guy. So we'll let him do his thing. Where is he? And we'll just do one strip and see what happens. Oh, what field? What was in here? This was... that's sugar beet. Okay, so let's drop this down. You know what? I've got a feeling that it is going to be the modded cultivator. Because what I'll do is I will do a section with the ridges, and then I'll do a section just the way we did it before. So I'm going to do just a section off the side here. So let's lower ridge former, turn on ridge former. So we should get ridges here. Fold ridge. Why is this not working? Probably because I've got to turn it on. That would most likely be helpful. Alright, let's get this done, and then we'll come back in and seed. Alright, let's do carrots. This is going to suck if this is what this is, because I'm going to have to recultivate all those fields, replant. It's going to kill me financially. Okay, so let's get a row of carrots on the ridges. So I'll use the worker for this purpose. And I'll just double check that we're getting a ground state change. Looks like we are. Slightly darker. Okay, carrots growing. Yep, and then we should have nothing growing in this section. Okay, good. And I'll go sort of hopefully far enough away. So then we'll have a section in the middle that is untouched. So we're getting that texture again. Because we've gone for more than I would have thought in terms of months to get this to grow. Alright, here we go. So let's go and sleep and let's see what happens. Alright, so no growth, no visible growth. Still no growth on our other two fields. Let's check the growth map. Okay, where are we? Okay, so we're still growing. So we got green. Nothing happening yet. Let's go again. Okay, still nothing. Still nothing. What the heck? What is going on here? It'll be it's got to be the mods, eh? I mean, could it be that I started? Who knows? Like, it shouldn't matter. Like, if you're starting in seasons and you turn it off, it shouldn't matter. It should just be business as usual. Still nothing. Still nothing. How long are we going to do this for? This is it. So it's pretty inconclusive that 12 months of. So I've gone through 12 months of gameplay, and our carrots, parsnips, and red beets have not grown at all. And I've got a suspicion it's going to be the same for these guys here. So let's just do our due diligence. And we'll go for another 5 rotations of sleep. Let's see what happens. Okay, back to winter. Can't see any growth yet again. Doesn't look like there's anything there. Let's go to March and let's see. I mean, what I might have to do is try and see if I can grow wheat with a direct drill. See if that makes a difference. Because if there's no growth of any kind, so there's still no growth on our original fields, still no growth on that one. I mean, the game UI definitely says it's growing. The field's been cultivated. It's been seeded with a planter. We've done the ridging over here. We've got our control section in the middle that's got nothing in it. I mean, the map looks nice. That's a positive, right? Okay, still nothing. Got a feeling I know how this story's going to end. Let's go again. All this is doing now is depleting my money. Oh, don't tell me I might even have to start this map again. which is going to suck because I spent all that time clearing land and doing what I needed to get it kind of how I wanted. Alright, this is becoming an issue. Let's have a look at a direct drill. Okay, direct drill seeder. So this is my go-to. Let's go the Kunespro. So there's at least that. So if we can't grow wheat on a field that's... So that field over there, field 53, has not been hit with a modified plough or cultivator. So it's a standard in-game equipment. So if this wheat doesn't grow, I think there is a massive issue with either the map on PS5 or it's a bug or a glitch or something, or it could just be, who knows, but this is extremely unusual. I mean, or I could just be totally stuffing this up somehow, but I don't think so, because it's still, the mandatory steps are still there. So cultivating and ploughing, if you're playing with ploughing required, you get a yield deficit. It'll still grow, but you'll get the yield deficit and the penalty if ploughing is required, and you go ahead anyway. It's alright. Let's try and get some wheat in the ground and see what happens. So wheat from memory takes about 4 or 5 days to germinate, ready to harvest. So we should see pretty much instant growth action. Alright, so that is, let's just double check that. Okay, wheat growing needs ploughing, needs rolling. Cool. That's the least of my problems at the moment. Let's try this. Alright, let's have a look. So nothing. Nothing's growing. So day 2 usually has some growth, I would say. Okay, day 2. Nothing going on there. Wow, this is quite annoying, I've got to say. Let's go again. So this is day 3, I think. And still nothing. Let's go again. I mean, we'd be pretty close. We would be pretty close to being ready to harvest at this stage. Wow, this is a massive balls up. And nothing. Alright, well I think that's pretty conclusive. So yeah, very, very disappointing. So I don't know what's going on here. I mean, if you're watching this video and you've had a similar thing happen, or you know what mods or what might be going on, I mean, I've got a feeling it's the modded plough. So maybe once I've used it once, it's disrupted the whole in-game mechanics for planting. Because well, my understanding would be if I've used a modified plough, which I've never used before, right, in these 3 fields, nothing's growing, okay? But then I've come over here and used an in-game cultivator, so a base game cultivator, to do this section, still got no growth. And then I've used a direct drill seeder to plant wheat, which I know grows reliably, like no problems on Elm Creek or any other map. And nothing's growing after 6 months of cycling through. I mean, and these fields have cycled through nearly 2 years now. So it makes me think that it's either a mod conflict or there's a bug with the map that I don't know about. But I mean, if I have to start this again, this is going to be super, super annoying. A, because of all the terraforming I did over here and getting rid of the trees and setting things up. Not to mention the manpower invested to get these fields planted for nothing to grow. And it looks like nothing is going to grow. So, I mean, first world problems at the end of the day. We'll see what happens. But yeah, let me know below in the comments if you've had a similar thing happen, or if there's a mod conflict that I don't know about. Much appreciated. Otherwise, I will persevere and try and see if I can fix this and let you know what happens. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Alright, so we're going to use the Farm Tech trailer. So it is suitable for holding carrots. So we'll do the carrots first. And this thing's epic, eh? Have a go at it. It's like an implement of death and destruction with those spikes on the front. But they're not for killing things, they're for picking up carrots. Hey guys, welcome back to AF Farms for another episode of Zielonka. So carrying on from last episode, I had a bit of an epic fail I mean, absolute epic fail on the crop growth. So I couldn't figure out why the crops weren't growing. Thought it was a bug with the game. Thought it was something to do with the modified plough that I'd used. But what it actually turned out to be was I had seasonal growth set to paused. And so when it's paused, nothing will grow, which pretty much explains perfectly why I was having the issue. So I basically wasted 30 minutes of my life trying to figure out to solve a problem that was of my own doing. So absolute facepalm 1000%. So I've slept through one day, turned it back on, and we've got growth everywhere. Okay, so our carrots are doing well, parsnips are getting underway, and the red beets are kicking off. And our little experimental field that we ran through to try and test and troubleshoot is actually growing. So there you go, lesson learned. Make sure if you're playing with seasonal growth turned on or off, make sure that it is actually on or off. I mean, I don't understand why the paused setting is actually there, because it doesn't really make much sense to me. Like, you'd either want your seasonal growth to be on or your seasonal growth to be off, because if you pause it, nothing's going to grow. If you weren't aware of the issue, you'd end up doing what I did, spend a bunch of money on stuff that you don't need to solve a problem that didn't need solving in the first place. So I don't know, that's just a little bit of a rant from my part, but let's carry on and get cracking with this harvest, or imminent harvest. All right, so I've got to get rid of some of this leased equipment, because it's going to be costing me a mint to hold on to. So let's get rid of this cedar. Don't need that. I mean, we're still looking all right for cash because we've cycled through so many days. But we did deplete a little bit. So obviously our leasing costs sort of outstripped our income generation through the solar panels, which is a tad annoying, but at least now we know what we're up against in terms of, you know, getting things to grow and start farming. So that's one day of growth. So let's see if these guys, when I say these guys, these crops all become ready roughly at the same time, or if they've got different growth times. I mean, imagine they'd be pretty close to being the same, but we're about to find out because we've got carrots, beets and parsnips all planted together. So we'll see which one becomes ready to harvest first. Okay, so where are we with the growth map? So you can see that there, pretty close to being ready to go. So I reckon let's go 1 or 2 more sleeps. Actually, let's check used vehicles because we always like to do that. 1984 pickup for 8 grand. I mean, don't really need it, so let's pass on that. So yeah, there you go. Learn from my mistake. If you're playing with seasonal growth on, make sure it's actually on or off and not paused, because it'll throw your whole farming enterprise into disarray. And here I am blaming the map and the DLC when it's actually operator error. So I mean, I'm glad I figured that out, because I was almost going to restart it, which would have been painful because of all the terraforming and work I'd put in. All right, what do we got in the used vehicle department? Nothing special. Let's check our growth map. Probably one more day. But yeah, I'm happy where the cash level is. I mean, it is a little bit lower than I would like, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to go straight into getting the 4-row harvester, and we're just going to run with that for a little bit. Okay, ready to harvest. So it looks to me like they are all ready to go at the same time. So yep, growth rate is the same. Cool. All right, let's go and get this. Go and get the big boy. So the D-Wolf 4-row harvester. So vegetable technology. This one here. We're going to lease that. 32,000 to lease per day. 6,000. So pretty pricey, but that's why we're here, right? All right. What I might do is I'm going to sleep till 9, just so we have a bit better daylight to work in, and we'll get cracking with this carrot harvest. Yeah, that's better. All right, where are we? All right. So we're going to use the Farm Tech trailer. So it is suitable for holding carrots. So we'll do the carrots first. And this thing's epic, eh? Have a go at it. Looks like an implement of death and destruction with those spikes on the front. But they're not for killing things, they're for picking up carrots. Alright, the other thing I've got to consider here is the crop destruction, because when I'm going to be unloading and loading, I'm going to be having to drive on the crop. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to turn crop destruction off, just to make things a little bit easier. I don't want to destroy the crop that I've just put in. So where's crop destruction? Okay, turn that off. Okay, alright, how do we unfold? And I'm just going to get this guy pretty much underway straight here. Lower harvester, turn on, and we won't get very far because it doesn't have a capacity. Okay, so that's going to come to a standstill. Oh, it's actually just going to unload on the ground, is it? Well, that's handy. Alright, let's grab our... So because we don't have a capacity, we've got to unload on the go, which is fine. I mean, I don't think I want to do that for every run, but it is what it is. So let's just get cracking. All right. So this will hold a decent amount of carrots as well, which would be good. And we can take them to the grain pool. So okay, let's get this guy sort of somewhat positioned. Okay, hire the worker. Now this should pretty much unload straight away. So let's just make sure we're might have to set cruise control actually. I mean, I will. Wow, this is very, very slow. I mean, obviously the yield's a bit lower because we didn't fertilise and all the rest of it, but I mean, I cannot see myself sitting here for a couple of hours doing it this way. I just don't think it's going to be feasible. I mean, it does look pretty picturesque, right? It looks like a proper operation. Bugs Bunny would be very happy with all these carrots, I'm sure. Pretty sure he was the one that ate carrots, right? I could be wrong. Alright, let's have a look at this. Let's jump into this harvester quickly. So what can we do here? Can we pipe it onto the ground? So we can actually unload on the ground, but then we've got to go pick it up, which would be painful. We could probably use a rope and mass for that. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try out the one with the capacity, which is, I believe, this one here. So it'll hold 5,000 litres, 100 horsepower, pretty cheap. Let's go and grab one of these guys. So these are 200 horsepower, so they'll comfortably carry it all. And I think this is going to be the best way to go, to be honest, because then I can just sort of ferry the carrots back and forth from a centralised point. So whether I use the grain pool or just store them on the ground, we'll see. I mean, if I can actually back in and pick this up, that'd be handy. Alright, what do we got? Unfold. So we'll send this guy down this end. Lower top lifting, turn on top. Yeah, pipe out. Alright, let's just see what happens. I'm going to send this guy off on a worker, and then we'll just go from there. Well, at least we get 2 rows, kind of. Or 1 row. Okay, something tells me this is going to take quite a while. Alright. Let's go and grab another one. Make the most of it. Okay, so we're gonna get 3 of these. So let's lease that. I mean, it won't be long until modders come out with a modified dwarf harvester that'll have capacity and all this sort of stuff. So that'll make life a lot easier and make the carrot gameplay a lot more enjoyable. But up until that stage, we're just going to persevere with what we've got. So what I'm thinking now, if I get 6 of these guys, that'll give me 6 rows across 6 machines, which is more than the self-propelled would have anyway. And then I can just focus on ferrying the crop back and forth, sort of unloading 5,000 at a time. So I think that's going to work out. I mean, let's see. I mean, I am going to have to start making some money too, because this is going to be costing me a fortune. Alright, that guy's already stopped, which is handy. Has he run out of... Did he run out of field? I mean, that's exactly what it looks like, right? Okay, let's try it from here. Okay. So the yield's not going to be super high. Okay, let's go get another harvester underway. Oh, this automatic engine start Does my head in sometimes. So I've got a feeling this is going to take quite a while, but we'll see what happens. We do have a couple of twin row. So that's a twin row, I believe. No, it's single row, but it'll do pallets. That's a single. That's a single. That's a single. That's a single. I thought there was a couple of twin rows. Maybe I'm mistaken. Oh, here we go. This one here. But it doesn't have a capacity. Oh, one of them's already nearly full. Already. Let's have a look. Yeah, so he's nearly full. He's full. Alright, where's our... This one here, this is the one we want. Okay, so who is... So obviously if we had crop destruction on, we'd be destroying all this crop right now. Hence why I am doing it this way. So what should happen here is we should be able to pull up here. This will unload. This trailer is probably just a tad too high. Okay, so once I move away, that guy should continue. It looks like these other two guys are done already. Okay. I think what I'll do is I'll go and suss out the production. I mean, realistically, we probably need to sell some of these carrots straight up to get some revenue back into the pockets, because we are a little bit low. Well, we're going to be low with this additional leasing cost anyway. Okay. Alright, so it looks like Mr. D Wolf is going to be... What is that guy doing? Okay, he's obviously just decided to go on the angle. Okay, that wasn't very smart on my part. Anyway, alright, let's get rid of the 4 row. I mean, nice machine, but I don't think it's really going to suit what I'm doing. I'd much prefer to have the workers grab the crop. Okay, let's have a look at our workers menu, see how many we've got on the go. So I'm thinking, yeah, if I can get 6. So we've got 4, so I need 2 more. So let's grab 2 more of those harvesters. So the GBC, 10 kph. Alright, where's my other tractor? So I get the JCB. Now this is sugar beet that I'm driving on, so I'm not too worried about that. Now one thing with Zielonka that I do like is the farmland is quite cheap. So some of the farmland around here, oh, getting a bit airborne. It's very affordable. So I think the fields near the starter farm are like 10, 13 grand each, so it's really it's a really good price. I've got a feeling I know why this guy's gone on the angle, probably because I sent him off on the angle to start with, which was a bit silly. Okay, so get this worker happening. So I've got, well, how many I've got? I've got 5. So I've got a tractor that I'm driving, which is this one. And then we've got the, yeah, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this guy around just so he's going a little bit more straight up and down. Alright, and then we're just going to hop around and grab the carrots out of each one as they become full. So let's have a quick look at where we can sell these carrots. And of course they're going to be all the way down the bottom, aren't they? Yep. Unless I've already gone past them. No, they're right at the very end. Alright, carrots, pretty pitiful in terms of price. Okay, alright, let's go and get empty. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go and buy a production point straight away. Just because I don't feel like it's worthwhile selling them as is. It's going to be far more profit if I can turn them into a soup or preserved or whatever, preserved tin food or whatever it is. That way we'll be able to make more money. Right, let's check the map. Okay, so that's the dairy. That's the soup factory. I think the preserved factory is up here. That's the bakery. Preserved food factory. Okay, I just want to check the help menu. Premium expansion. Okay, so what have we got? So preserved carrots. Then we've got soup. Okay, so it's really much of a muchness, I think. So we'll be able to make carrot soup. And that will make potato soup. And the soup factory is down closer to where we are. So the soup factory is actually just here, I'm pretty sure. Or is it there? All right, let's have a look at the soup factory. How much is this to buy? 135,000. Okay, so we're doing soup. Let's get some carrots in there. Alright, so this is going to work out pretty well. So while these guys are harvesting, I will be able to ferry the carrot to the soup factory, get that production cranking. I'm probably going to need a lower profile trailer, to be honest, if I'm going to use this method. Just so I don't bang into the like that every time. Yeah. It's just that little bit too... I mean, unless I position myself a little bit further away each time. Let's try it for this next one, see if I can clear underneath it without bumping into it. Yeah, and this would have been way quicker. It's way quicker doing it this method. Yep, that's alright. Just gotta line it up so we don't bump into it. Now the other challenge too, I think, is going to be making sure that we don't. Well, it's going to be interesting to see how much capacity the actual soup factory has. Hopefully, it's got a couple of 100,000 litres of capacity, because that'd be very, very handy. Now, I think if we go down this way and then hit the main road, turn right, so that's the dairy, and the soup factory is just here. Zup, zup, zup. Sounds delicious. Alright, first load of carrots going into the soup factory. Alright, nice. Okay, let's go and get this turned on. Alright, so it looks like we got... So that's 44,000 litres. So I think this is going to take probably... Oh, could take quite a bit, actually. So we've got 300 carrots will make 100 soup. 144 cycles per month. Production cost of 120. Let's deactivate. Well, actually, let's activate. There's going to be materials missing. Sorry, so they're all active. We want to set all this to storing. So we're going to have pallet spawn. What have we got? Storing, selling, distributing. So let's go storing. So we'll go storing for now. We'll look to see if the central warehouse mod works with these productions. I think potentially it may. I haven't investigated that yet. But we'll go storing, and then we'll just manually move the pallets and go from there. Alright, let's fill this soup factory up. Let's see how many carrots we get, and let's see how long it takes to fill this guy up. That's a very steep driveway. I'll take a bit of a shortcut. So quite a few of these guys are ready to be emptied again, so I've got a feeling this is going to be my life for the next few weeks. Oop, hang on to it. Once we get into a bit of a rhythm, it won't be too bad, I don't think. Looks like we've got an issue with a harvester up the top here, so he's stuck. I mean, I had a feeling this was going to be an issue. Let's just go from here. Hopefully he goes straight. Yep. Okay, one down. Who's next? Got two over here. So I may or may not time lapse this. I guess you'll find out when you're watching it. Or I'll just sort of jump cut and speed time up that way, just so we're not watching a million trips to the soup factory over and over again. But it's going to allow us to go. Oh jeez, this is going to be problematic. Gonna have to get a lower profile trailer for sure. Might actually look to get the lizard underbelly. It's got 120,000 litre capacity and it's pretty low. I mean, what I would have liked to have used is one of those auger wagons. So one of those beat carts, and then offload that into a semi-trailer. So like a road train. But something tells me that's probably not going to work with the current setup. Because then you're sort of double handling the material, which I'm not really a fan of. Whereas this way seems to be relatively quick. Right, let's have a look at an alternate trailer actually. So what I'm thinking is this one's nice and low, but it's got pretty low capacity. These guys are a bit higher. Crampy would probably be too high. Probably one of these here, like the lizard logistics underbelly. That might be a good height. And it'll do 120,000 litres, which is pretty nice. Then you've got these ones that comes, so these will be able to daisy chain together, I'm pretty sure. The only challenge is being able to get them in and out of the sell point, or the production in this case. Alright, let's have a think about it anyway. I'll persevere for now. Alright, who's empty? Anyone empty? Looking pretty good so far. I mean, this is going to take ages, but I mean, I have faith in the modders. They'll sort something out sooner rather than later. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got a 6. Do we have a spare tractor? I don't think we do. Right, anyway, now seems like a good time to end this video. So I'm going to finish off this carrot harvest. And then we'll come back in. Then we're going to do the beets. Then we're going to do the parsnips. We're going to load up our soup factory. And we're going to go from there. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. And bye for now. Hey guys, welcome back to AF Farms for another episode of Zielonka. So, a little bit of a different video today. We're going to attempt to harvest our field 55, which is a huge field of carrots. It did take quite a long time to do, so I'm going to time lapse it, and I'm going to show you what it looks like to harvest 500,000 litres of carrots with current in-game equipment. So sit back, relax, and enjoy.
You know that I'ma keep it cool. With you I feel like breaking rules. On the edge, looking out with no parachute. You know I'm dreaming about us two, playing around without a clue. On the edge, leaning out. With us it's all or nothing. Ooh, but guess I need more of you. With us it's all or nothing, but guess I need more of you. You say it during night, but in the morning you just leave. With us it's all or nothing. Ooh, but guess I need more of you. With us it's all or nothing, but guess I need more of you. You say it I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Falling in love. You set my wheels in motion. I'm going crazy for you. Eyes blue like the ocean. I can see you want this too. Cause you've been looking at me all night, trying to figure me out. I just wanna let you know. And I ain't playing no games, baby, you won't change. I only want you. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love.
You and I, we're trouble inside. Beating hearts don't lie. An empty page, a story to write. I'm in love, you're divine, and it's all in our signs. We're going away. Get your bag, check the tag. Decision is made. Lock your door, need no more. It's already paid. Cancel your mail for a while. It's a journey for life, and I'm your ride. Hang on, we'll be long gone. Hang on, I cannot go wrong. God, I'm praying I'm not alone in this air of hope. 'Cause I'm in love, you're a star, burning bright in my heart. We're going away. Get your bag, check the tag. Decision is made. Lock your door, need no more. It's already paid. Cancel your mail for a while. It's a journey for life, and I'm your ride. Hang on, we'll be long gone. Hang on, I cannot go wrong. We're going away. Get your back, check the tag. Journey for life, and it's already paid. Cancel your mail for a while. It's a journey for life, and I'm your ride. Hang on.
days, but there's something cold in the way you are. The things you said had me going good, but it left a scar. You invite me and then you turn me down. Get my hopes up and then you're gone. I fall for every word that you say to me. So hard, being drawn to you so easily. I am stuck in a loop of chemicals. What's the point of this? But I don't wanna be alone. I keep looking at my phone, but you never call me. And then I see you on the street, said your heart just skipped a beat, and that you miss me. It's always the same story with you, but I just cannot refuse you. I'm sad after this time that I'm out, that you leave me with this rush. Why am I so curious? So curious.
This worker menu, you can basically get these guys to drive over to a location. It's about a 50-50 chance if they make it there uninterrupted. I mean, I don't know what this guy is doing, but considering I started him on the road and now he's doing something. Alright, looks like he's figured it out. Hey guys, welcome back to AF Farms for another episode of Zielonka. So, carrying on from last episode, we just finished up our carrot harvest, so I did a time lapse on that one, just because there was quite a few carrots to get up, and it was taking quite a long time with the method that I chose. However, we did get to our 500,000 target, and that basically was the capacity of the soup factory. So, what I've done is I've moved ahead in time a few months. We've got our first batch of carrot soup here, as you can see. So that's yet to be sold, obviously. And we're also storing soup inside the production, so we'll have a look at that as well. So we've got 45,000 litres in storage, and we've got 341,751 in the production, ready to be produced into soup. We've also got some carrots left over from, we stored some over at the grain pool, so we've got 70,000 in carrots there, so we're going to move them over at some stage as well. So it's not an urgent task, but just we've got a bit of carrot stockpile, so we can carry on with the with the soup production anyway. It's going to be a while before we get through all those carrots, I feel. So that's going to be the plan there. Now, another thing we've done is we've skipped ahead a few days. I'll go back to the main farm and we'll have a look at what we've purchased. So we've gone through a bit of a shopping spree. So I've recouped our cash by the solar panels. I've put this wind turbine in, and what I've been trying to do is build out the fleet of vehicles and equipment. So basically what I decided to do, and now at recording this video I've decided to go a different direction again, so we did have carrots in this field, so they're all been harvested and I've ploughed this up ready for the next crop. We did have parsnips in here, and I think we had red beets in field 57. So what I've done is I've ploughed them out. Basically, for the reason being is that I didn't want to persevere with the harvesting method that I was using because it was so time consuming and it just didn't seem feasible in the short term without having some modified harvesters and whatnot. However, with our DLC, and particularly the DeWolf VKIVSE, what do you call this, carrot harvester, it's pulls them up out of the ground, but moral to the story is it doesn't have a capacity, as a lot of people know. So I did a bit of research and was recommended in the comments as well that we have a look at the Global Goods Transport pallet. So this has got an unreal capacity of 200,000 litres. So this is a mod on the mod hub, available for all platforms, and you can purchase that as a loading mechanism. And what you can actually do is you can put this pallet on top of the harvester. So it basically gives it a capacity, but it just looks a bit odd that it's got a pallet sitting on top. So I've tried it out on another test map. Worked beautifully. I did fall off a couple of times, but that's just part of it. That's fine. But it does mean that I'll be able to use this with a worker and not have to cart so much. And we can forego using the other method that I was using, which was the 5,000 litre capacity with 6 tractors running. This one here. And then constantly emptying, ferrying the crop around, that sort of thing. I may use the pallet one again. I found that to be not too bad, but it just depends on on how we go. But I think if we use the self-propelled harvester with the global pallets transport system, that's going to be making life a lot easier, and it gives me the opportunity to use this in the Let's Play, which I really want to use because obviously it doesn't have a capacity, but this sort of gets around it. Now, before I knew that, I plowed out all these fields in preparation to pivot to potatoes. So because we've got the Lizard Colossus, we've got the Lizard Colossus harvesters with the unreal capacity, I thought if I pivot to potatoes, I can do potato soup, and then I can also purchase the potato processing plant, which is just off in the distance there, and then we can basically get 2 productions underway. So we'll have potato soup, and we'll be able to fill that up quite easily because we were lucky enough in our used vehicle buying frenzy. So let's go and have a look at the garage, actually. That's probably a better showcase. So we've been able to build out a bit of a fleet of vehicles through the used vehicle sales, and primarily generating income from our renewables, so our solar panel and the windmill turbine. And obviously this is all heavily discounted, so just to give us a bit of a basis to move on from our initial start. So let's go through the vehicle lineup that we've got. So we've got the small John Deere 6M, we've got the Massey Ferguson MF8S 305, which is quite nice, JCB Fast Track, and a Fendt Vario 1167 MT. So let's not sell that, that would be disastrous. We've got a Mack Truck Anthem, Colossus Harvester, we've got a Colossus Beat Harvester, telehandler, forklift, couple of trailers, pretty much everything you would need. Actually, let's look at it this way, so they're spread out. I picked up the Lizard 84 pickup just because, I mean, it was $8,000. I like it in the Shoutin' Orange. Looks pretty sharp. What else have we got? Here's the Mack Truck Anthem. So I've gone the I can't remember, it's just a different daytime fairing, so it looks pretty cool. I'm going to get the Krone Profi liner, and we're going to manually load pallets from the soup factory into that one. We've got this big ass plow, for lack of a better word. It's the Lizard SM72. So it functions like the Lizard subsoiler, but it's just got a much greater working width, which is awesome. New Holland TH742 Elite pallet telehandler, so that was pretty cool. Forklift, potato planter, so we're going to be planting potatoes to facilitate our pivot to potatoes. Now, along with the potatoes, we're going to do canola. So we've got the Quinespro direct drill seeder, so that's going to be planting our canola crop, because we need canola oil to make potato chips along with the potatoes. I've got the Colossus harvester that I've done up in sort of the Fendt design, the Fendt Ideal, all black. Picked up a header for that as well. And then we've got the Colossus Beat harvester, which I've done up in JCB yellow with the black Beat header. Now I think this header is, where is, probably, yeah, this one here. So 17 kph. So I haven't gone the 70 kph variant. Still want to maintain a little bit of realism, but not the fast farming that you see elsewhere. It's just not my style. I've got a bale trailer, fertilizer spreader. I don't think we've got anything leased at this stage. So we've got, oh, did we get rid of? Yeah, we did. So we've got no leased items. We're getting a good bit of passive income from our renewables, like I said. So I guess basically the plan is going to be, we're going to get some canola in the ground, and we're going to get some potatoes in the ground. And then while that's happening, I'm going to go start loading up our Krone Profi liner, which I haven't purchased yet, with the forklift. So let's get the forklift over to the location. So we're going to use the auto drive function for this. Now this is a bit temperamental at times. Target unreachable. So what I find is if we put the forks up, get onto the main road, and then try and set the destination, make sure we're in the right menu. So triangle, set destination, into the driveway. So if you're not familiar with this this worker menu, you can basically get these guys to drive over to a location. It's about a 50-50 chance if they make it there uninterrupted. I mean, I don't know what this guy is doing, but considering I started him on the road and now he's doing something. Alright, looks like he's figured it out. Alright, so while he's doing that, let's go grab the Krone Profi liner. So we're going to go the non-auto load version, so just the basic standard in-game Profi liner. So we're going to buy that outright. We're just going to go the Krone branding, buy that for $29.50. Alright, and we're going to grab our Anthem truck. So this was basically purpose built, or purpose purchased for this purpose. And I've tried to line up the brand colours so it kind of looks the part. Looks like our forklift is stuck. Didn't get very far, did he? Okay, cool. Well, let's find this forklift. Traffic, of course. He's not too far away actually, so what I might do is I'll drive this over and then I'll come back in. Alright, here we are. So I'll park this guy up for the moment and then we'll grab our Profiliner and I'll drive this one over. Just because I like driving the trucks in this game, and I especially like driving them when they're full of product to sell, because I think that's pretty cool. Now I did want to get a, I think you'd call it a cab over design truck, like the Volvo Globemaster, I think it's called, something similar, because I feel like they've got a bit of a better turning radius, but this will be perfectly fine. I mean, it does look the part, except it's a Mack truck in Europe, which, if there's Mack trucks in Poland, let me know. I'm sure there are. But a European brand might have suited the map a little bit better. But at the end of the day, it was a bargain. Alright, let's go and get this parked up. Now, one thing I was concerned about was this driveway. Doesn't seem to be a problem. Alright, so let's get the curtain side open. So, curtain left, I think it'd be curtain right, wouldn't it? Curtain right back. Okay, let's see if this works. Perfect. See if my reversing is going to be mediocre or reasonable. So I want to give myself enough room to get these pallets moved around. What I'll do is I'll back into this space here. And then pull forward slightly. I always get slightly disoriented when I do this. Alright, perfect. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to load these up while we're doing other jobs. So this is all prepared. So the goal is, what we'll do is we'll get this filled with carrot soup. So hopefully the 50,000 we've got in storage and what we've got ready to be produced is going to be sufficient. And then we need to look to get our... Yeah, so we might have to use the Flegel. It's a bit small, but I am looking for a bigger... I did have a Farm Tech trailer, so I may get that again. But we'll just see what comes up in the used vehicle sales. So we'll get this loaded up while we're doing other jobs, and then once it's filled with carrot soup, we will go and sell. So I just want to double check the best price for carrot soup. 3,336. So it doesn't seem to vary too much. So I'm wondering if it holds its value pretty well throughout the year. Because it's a non-perishable food item, the price shouldn't fluctuate that much. I mean, that's my theory. I'm going to run with that. All right, let's go. So let's go get, we're going to go get some potatoes in the ground. Actually, no, what we're going to do. Canola first. So we need to get some seed and some fertilizer. So that would be the sensible thing to do. Okay, let's go buy 4 of them. Now I'm going to turn off helper buy. Normally I have helper buy turned on, but I think for this series I'm going to do that manually. If I can remember where the setting is. Right, we'll turn off fuel, turn off seeds, turn off fertilizer, slurry and manure. Because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get some slurry and manure out on the fields as well. Take advantage of some animals while we're here. Okay, cool. Right, let's go get this guy filled up. I must say, this map does look pretty crisp in the daylight. And this is PS5 gameplay as well, so it's not as good as PC. Alright, let's get this filled and then we'll come back in. Alright, onto the seeds. Alright, so and I've also sold fields 52, 53 and 54. What I'm thinking I might do is... We'll do field 57 with the canola. And then we're going to do potatoes in field 56. So let's get this guy unfolded and make sure we're on canola. We've still got the $500,000 loan, so I need to square that away. So I'll do that next. Maybe next episode I might get rid of that. Okay, so we're definitely on canola. Let's double check we're all sweet here. Canola, and we'll get, so the beets that were here gave us a fertilizer bonus as well. Cool, happy with that. Right, let's grab the fast track. So we've got a good selection of tractors for the jobs that we're going to be needing to do. Like I said before, I just need to get another big trailer, I think. So I will probably look to get the Farm Tech one that we did have before. Alright, so we need some potatoes. So I think they are on pallets. Poplar trees, vegetable pallets, tree saplings, sugarcane, poplar. I mean, I have done potatoes before. I don't know why I can't remember. Look, let's just try some seeds. I know that you can use harvested potatoes. Yeah, refill planter. Yeah, I figured that'd be the case. Alright, while this is refilling, let's get some more. Yeah, so once you've got some potatoes, you can put potatoes back in here to replant, rather than using the seeds that we are in this case. We're going to need more pallets, aren't we? Alright, let's grab a few more, so we don't keep running out. There's actually quite a lot of seed in here. That's what she said, right? Alright, we're full there, so let's go and get to planting on field 56. Yeah, so there are some modded, I think I mentioned before, so the Colossus Harvester is going to get modded, or has been submitted for modding approval through Giants. Okay. Oh yes, this is going to be a bit wider, isn't it? So let's get this unfolded. Yeah, so to basically support the new crop types. So it's been tested, it actually works. It's just been sent for testing. Apparently it's got about a 2-week lead time on the testing. So it may still be at least a minimum of 2 weeks before we see anything, if we see anything at all. Cool. Potatoes. Now we're going to fertilise this, and we're going to get as many potatoes out of here as we can, because I'd be interested to see how many we get. And someone else mentioned in the comments, I forget who it was, but what I should have done before purchasing the soup factory is I should have sold the product first and then purchased the production point, and then the carrots would have been sitting here, and I would have been able to get paid for the potatoes as well as fill the production. So I believe that still works on this map. So what I'll do is I'm going to try and fill this up, get some money out of the potatoes, then purchase the production point, and those potatoes should be sitting there ready to go, hopefully. Cool. Alright, so we are underway with, yep, so canola is going in. So we do need to get a fertilizer. We do have a fertilizer spreader, so that's what I've got the 6M for. So we're all set. Okay, let's head over to the forklift and start loading. So I won't film this whole thing. I'll probably do a little bit of a montage, perhaps, maybe a time lapse. Time lapses is something I'm going to experiment with a little bit more. So throw some tunes on, that type of thing. Alright, see if we can get this loaded in a professional looking manner. I remember when this first came out, this was my go-to for loading. So I'm a little bit rusty, but should be okay. Yeah, not too bad. Alright, we should have another pallet spawn. Cool. So I've got a feeling we are going to clean up here. So it'd be interesting to see what we get for a full trailer load of product here. I mean, I won't sell it until the price is absolutely the best, but someone who's better than maths than me might be able to put an estimate down below. Now, I've got a feeling if I should be stacking these 3 high. Maybe I should be. See if we can get another one in the top there. Okay, let's see if we can get this guy. Oh, love it. Love when a plan comes together. Alright, I'm going to do a few more of these, so I guess you'll see if it's a time lapse or if it's a little montage, but leave me with this for a couple of minutes and then we'll come back in. Oh, this is probably going to test my skills. Let's see what happens. Spoke too soon. Alright, let's park this for a minute. Let's go and check in on our harvesting. Not our harvesting, our planting. Okay, so this guy is about halfway done. This guy is about halfway done as well. So they're making good time, actually. I'm happy with that. Now, how are we going for capacity? Oh, this thing doesn't fertilise either, so we're going to have to get some fertiliser down as well. Where's our seeder? So this will be applying a base load of fertiliser. Very economical on the seed, I am surprised. And fertiliser. Very good. Love the Massey Ferguson tractor too. I'm not sure if this is the new edition. But Massey Ferguson just announced a new 8S, I believe, and it's part of the content for FS22. I mean, it could be wrong. Any Massey Ferguson fans hit me up in the comments, let me know if that's accurate. But it is a nice looking tractor, I must say. And I do love the fast track as well. I think the fast track with the BKT, the wide tyres, absolutely epic. Alright, well, might leave that episode here. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it, and also appreciate all the comments and feedback about the series and the help that I got with a couple of issues I've had. Really enjoyed that, and also, yeah, just enjoying being part of the community, engaging with you guys. Like hearing your feedback, suggestions, and how you're enjoying the new DLC as well. So it's just really awesome. Alright, thanks very much. I will see you in the next one, and bye for now. I mean, might not be OCD, it's perfectionism, right? I wouldn't say I'm a perfectionist, but I do like when things are placed in an orderly manner. Like in the dishwasher, for example. Absolutely try and Tetris that thing when we load it up. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, that's it. It's a little bit off, but anyway. Hey guys, welcome back to AF Farms for another episode of Zielonka. So carrying on from last episode, we are underway with filling up our prophy liner with bulk soup. Now we've also got some potato planting underway, so this guy's just about done. We've also got some canola going in as well, so that's going to help facilitate our potato enterprise, which is soon to be started. So yeah, what we're doing is we're going to load up on the soup in preparation to sell it. Now we've also got to pay back that loan. So currently we've got $500,000 loan. So what I might do actually right now is let's get rid of this loan altogether. Now we still haven't slept from the prior episode, so we're still on the same day. We want to get these crops in the ground, and then probably what I'll do is I will skip ahead one day, get a growth state underway, and then we'll look to fertilise again. What was I doing? I was doing, it'll come to me, loan. Okay, so 500,000 loan, so let's get that repaid. So I'm going to press triangle about 1,000 times, and then I'll come back in. Right, cool, so we're down to 437,000, so I knew that was going to happen. We've still got a fairly comfortable amount of money for what we've bought. So we've obviously got a fairly good fleet of vehicles with what we've bought through the used vehicle sales. We are going to have a situation where we need to expand a bit further, buy some more production points, etc. We also want to get pianos in play, so we're going to have to buy some logging equipment. That's also going to be a bit costly. Thinking about adding sheep into the mix as well. Test out some of the new grass equipment, so the new mowers in particular, and that'll supplement the sheep quite nicely. Plus we'll get wool, which is quite valuable. We may look to put down our own spinnery, because the spinnery on the map is just a sell point, not a production. So unless that changes in a patch, I guess we'll see. So I might give it a week or two, see if we get any updates to the map. But something tells me what we've got now is what we're going to get. But I'm open to having that change. And I'm sure a few other players out there would like to see some of these productions incorporated into the sell points. Now Giants haven't commented, as far as I'm aware, if that's intended or a bug. I mean, it's not something they tend to comment on, so we might just have to suck it up if that's going to be the way it is. But we'll see what happens. Unless they have changed things on other maps that I'm not aware of. So if you're aware of any changes like that on previous maps, let me know down below. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up this pallet, and then we'll go check in on our crop planting. You can see the middle section of this loading operation went reasonably well. It's kind of fallen apart a little bit at this stage. And I'm not going to win any prizes for Forklift Driver of the Year, although I did have a forklift license in real life at one stage, so don't hold that against me. Alright, let's do one more and then we'll head back over. Actually, what I will do is, before we go, we're going to check in on the capacity, our current capacity of soup. So soup in reserve. So we did start with 45,000 litres, I believe, or it might have been closer to 50. But we're getting a ton of pallets spawn, so we get another one just pop in. Or maybe we run out. So maybe we've hit the limit of what's been produced so far. So, okay, this curtain side is going to get in the way in a sec. So what I might do is I'll focus on loading up the other end, and then I'll move this curtain down, and then we can carry on with the operation. I must say, it is pretty satisfying seeing a truckload of your own produced goods. I mean, and they're only make-believe cans of soup at the end of the day. I mean, ideally, I want to get this perfectly stacked OCD style, but we'll see. I won't make you sit through and watch it, but I'll show you the end result hopefully at one stage. Okay, so we've got 11,000 left in storage, so that's probably... I can't even do the math on that. It's a few more pallets, but plenty to go. Alright, let's head back to the farm. So this guy is just about done. So what I want to do is I want to get a growth state on this ASAP. Our planter's done, so I'm just going to run over there quickly. Okay, cool, all good. Perfect amount of potatoes for that field, so that's good to know. So we've got 240 litres left. Now field 55 I may keep, well I think I will keep it as a big field because we've got the Colossus harvester. I may just want to get a bigger seeder for that area, and that's going to give us heaps of canola, which we're going to need to purchase. We're going to need to build an oil mill, which I've just realised. No, we won't, because... Oh, yes, we will, because we need to provide the production with canola oil. We can't just put canola into the potato processing plant. Okay, good to know. Good to remember, I should say. Alright, where are we? Okay, this guy's nearly done. So, yeah, what we'll do is we'll get a growth state underway. Then we'll come back in and fertilise. While the fertilising's happening, I will continue to load up some more of those soup pallets. I mean, I think that's probably enough for now. So while that's growing, I may get another crop underway. What do we got over here? This looks to be field 53 has possibly some of the new crops, maybe parsnip ready to harvest. Okay, we're gonna flip this. So someone else commented more parsnips. So we're gonna put the D-Wolf. So let's buy that. We're gonna put the D-Wolf and the global pallet system to use straight away. This looks like sunflowers, eh? Yeah, ready to harvest. We could also get sunflowers with sunflower oil, so I may look to do that as well, but one step at a time at this stage. Alright, where is our Macy? This is a good thing about this game. Once you get a bit of a roll on, the momentum starts to go your way. And it seems to be a bit of a theme with my Let's Plays. Usually I start off, have a bit of a plan, doesn't usually work out, then I come back, adapt, change direction, and things sort of start to fall into place. I mean, I kind of like to be guided by the map itself, the productions, whatever might be on there, or anything that might add some, like Silver Run Forest, for example. It's a logging map. Makes sense to do logging focused. This map, new root crops, etc. Root crop based productions. Makes sense to sort of center your gameplay around that, and then supplement in some other stuff that you're familiar with. All right, let's go get this. We're going to lease it. Actually, what I'm going to do is I am going to sleep now. And if we can jag a self-propelled carrot harvester, I think we'll grab it. But let's just see. I did have two come up for sale in the used vehicle sales when I was going through the process of acquiring the other equipment. But I did not, didn't pull the trigger on it then because I wasn't aware of the global pallet mod situation. Okay, what do we got here? So we've got a tanker. I do like this tanker. Don't have a use for it at the moment. Roland container. Roll rack, sorry. Roland roll rock. So this is a... can't remember what you call it, but it's got a special name. But not important, getting sidetracked here. Alright, so we've got our potatoes. We've got our canola. Let's get some fertilisation happening. Okay, so we want our 6M, which is this guy. Now I've chucked a front weight on this one, and I've got some wheel weights on the rear tyres. Normally not something I'd normally do, but for this one we are going to go down that path. Alright, we need to get some more fertiliser. Let's just go 8 because we're going to be using a lot of it eventually. May end up getting a fertiliser silo. We'll see. Now hopefully this front weight is going to be heavy enough that we still maintain our steering. It's getting a bit floaty. Let's get a heavier one. Let's probably go 1800. I mean, I thought this one would be alright. So let's just park this up over here. That's 1150, so should be. Okay. Oh, I've really parked this in a bit of a not a great spot. Don't mind me. Okay, this looks like it will be fine. Well, I say that, but oh yeah, so we're going uphill there. Plenty of traction. Trying to do a wheelie, not going to happen. Alright, let's go 42 meters. So this is probably going to be... Now, I should have crop destruction turned off, I hope. Yes. Now, I've got a feeling 42 meters is going to do this. Let's just see what happens. I've got a feeling I've got most of that. Maybe missing a little bit. Missing a little bit there. Alright, see if we can get a couple of pallets on... Oh, actually, what I was going to do, I was going to sort out this other end. So I could move the curtain down to this end. And then carry on with the loading. So obviously when the curtain's down this end, I won't be able to get down this way. So it makes sense to try and fill it up as much as possible now. Now hopefully this will go in. Oh, pushing the limits here. No, not going to work. Alright, so what I need to do is not do that. Oh wow, this has gone pear-shaped, hasn't it? Let's try this again. Ta-da! Alright, so after some faffing about, I managed to flip it, as you just saw. So let's get this guy on. So we're going to try and jam this in the back here. Now some of you with a dirty mind would be thinking about something else. Man, those pallets just keep on coming. Now, does this have a side shift? No, it doesn't have a side shift. Go up and down, tilt forward. Because I know some forklifts have the ability to shift your load left and right on the forks, rather than make the forks wider or narrower. Okay, let's try this. Okay, square that up. Oh man, look at that. How's the OCD meter? Let me know. I mean, it might not be OCD, it's perfectionism, right? I wouldn't say I'm a perfectionist, but I do like when things are placed in an orderly manner. Like in the dishwasher, for example. Absolutely try and Tetris that thing when we load it up. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, that's it. It's a little bit off, but anyway. Alright, let's go back onto our fertilizer before this gets a bit out of hand. Oh, this guy, I've got a feeling he wasted a ton of fertilizer, but anyway. What I might do is I might reduce the working width slightly. So let's go 18. And we'll start from about here. I mean, I probably could have gone to the next one up and done 2 passes. But that's okay. Not too worried about it. What we can do is we can get a DeWolf self-propelled and start doing our other field, which we were going to do before we got sidetracked. So let's get this guy. So we're going to lease it. So let's lease it. Let's grab this pallet mod. So it is in pallets. Scroll over to global transport pallet, and we're going to go the Unreal capacity. So we're just going to buy that because it's $1,000, cheap as chips. Okay, we also need a telehandler fork, which I don't think we have yet. If we did have one, now we've got 2. Alright, so where is this? Oh, it's right there. I do love the telehandlers in this game too. I don't know why, but right, first thing we need to do is get this guy turned on and unfolded. So let's start the engine, unfold the harvester. So I'll move into a bit of space. Now what I did with the other setup that I did was I lifted the ramp up here all the way up. So that'll be fine. And then we go ahead and place the pallet, the global transport pallet, with the auto load side facing the conveyor. So pretty much come around this way. Don't do that or that. Now apparently you can pick this up. Oh, did it again, you absolute pillock. Okay, 3rd time's a charm, as they say. Oh, did it again. I swear this went a lot more smoothly in testing, but as soon as you go and film a video, it doesn't go to plan. Yeah, so basically what I've been doing is lifting it up, getting it pretty much on top of this gantry. So when I say gantry, I'm talking about the little walkway on the harvester. And just try and rest it on there. Okay, that seems to be okay. And basically it should just sit there. There is a risk of it falling off. So the worker, when it does its 3-point turns at the bottom of the field, there is a chance that it will throw it off. But basically what will happen now is if we come on over to where we've got to go, so let's turn the harvester on, negotiate this power pole, so you can see how it just shifted there. So let's lower the harvester. We should. We'll just line this up and then the crop will start dropping out. And you can see the crop's coming out, but it's disappearing, so it's actually going into that pallet. So if I jump out of here quickly, just to confirm this, jump up on top of the harvester and have a look here. We can see that the parsnips are 1,277 litres. Just make sure you don't pick it up. So let's hire the worker now. I'm going to jump out. And we are harvesting with capacity. I mean, I love how this animation goes up, eh? It's like green carpet getting pulled out of the ground. Looks like our worker's sporting a nice goatee. If I can have a look. Let's not worry about that. So this machine in particular, you can see all the working components. Like you got the brushes knocking off the excess dirt. You can see the topper, sort of just in behind here, where the parsnips and the foliage are separated, and then the conveyor sorts the crop from the. Let's get into this. Oh no, I'm gonna block it, aren't I? Now this guy should turn. Yeah, the conveyor, and then the drop where it drops out the back. So let's see if this stays on top. Hopefully it does. So on that turn there, that's where it normally falls off. But you can see it's kind of wedged in over this gantry. And if it's going to fall out, it'll fall onto the conveyor, which further sort of secures it. And we are off and running, cooking with gas, as they say. Right, let's go and check on our fertilisation. This guy looks to be completed. Yep, nicely done. Let's check our fertilisation map actually. Okay, field 56 is missing a bit, but I'm not worried about that for now. That's totally fine. Okay, let's grab our tractor, head back to the farm. And we used about 40% of that fertiliser too, which is not too bad. Alright, let's get zoomed in here. Have a look at that. It's a thing of beauty. I mean, this harvester in real life, the wolf one right there, I mean, it's an epic bit of gear. The engineering that's gone into it, the design, pretty amazing. Alright, what I might do is I might refill with this guy while we're here. And hopefully he'll refill while I'm going to go fill some pallets up. Okay, so far so good. Alright, what I'll do is I'm going to fill up this other end, or the second row from the back, and then we'll move the curtain, and then we'll go from there. So, might be a time lapse incoming. I guess you'll find out. Let me know if you like the time lapses down below. I mean, it's something that I've just started doing, and I'm going to look to get some better music at some point. Might actually take song requests, we'll see. Maybe not song requests, but genre requests. So if you want to have your say, throw it down in the comments. One thing I have noticed about the forklift in particular from FS19 is it has improved, or at least for me anyway, the feel of it. Like the actual loading and unloading feels a lot more fluid and reliable. like if you get the pallets in the right position when you load and unload, like here, it tends to be pretty. Like obviously this one's not square, so it's a bit bodgy, but overall I feel like it tends to be pretty good. Alright, that's the world's worst pickup. Let's see if we can't fix this up. Oh, I nearly lost it. I'm interested to know in real life how many pallets this trailer can hold and carry. Alright, let's fix up this curtain side, so let's turn that off. Cool. Alright, so we've got to jump in here. Let's start the engine. Let's close the curtain side. Actually, what I should have done is strap that down so nothing goes flying. Okay, cool. Okay, open right back. Open left front. Left back. Right front. Right back. Let's try this. I've got a feeling that's exactly the same way I had it before. Alright, let's try this again. Where is the button? Oh, I've got to close it. Yes, I want right front, don't I? Right front. Let's try this. Okay, that's it. Got it. Got it in 3. One thing I do need to remember is to have the tension belts down, because the last thing I want to do is see this flying. Okay, let's go check on this guy. So I harvested this field as a test with, I think it was sugar beets. No, not sugar beets. Red beets. And it did about 80,000 litres. So this guy will take some time to complete this. But that's cool. Okay, back to our forklift. Okay, let's do a few more of these. Alright, work a D, block by an object. Okay. Some sort of imaginary wall, perhaps? It's alright, mate, I'll help you out. Okay. Another cool feature with this harvester is it adjusts the, as you can see there, adjusts the rows based on the position. So it'll shift left to right. Thought that was a nice touch. Alright, let's carry on. Okay, looking nice actually. Daggerwin would be proud. He's got some pretty good pallet stacking skills, I must say. Oh, here we go. Testing our skills here. This is a bit tricky. Can we do it? Place your bets. I wonder if anyone knows if there's a double length fork. I mean, what I mean by that is like what I just did there. 2 pallets in front of each other. I wonder if there's a double length forklift mod. Because that would facilitate... You could do 4 stacks there. I mean, I don't know if you'd want to do that in real life, but it could be interesting. Okay, let's get this guy in here. Hopefully it doesn't fall out. Great success, as Borat would say. Now, I also think this Profiler's got guides in the floor to tell you where to put the pallets. So if you get the first one sort of asked about, then every subsequent row is going to be a little bit messed up. Oh, that's a tower. Can we climb that? This might be my ADD kicking in here. Let's see. Oh, can we? I think we can. Hang on. Let's try this again. I swear to God, I just got on that. Okay, no. I mean, sure, somebody will figure out a way to get up there. Alright, let's do a couple more loads, and then we'll go check in on our... Okay, is he stuck again? I wonder if it's because we don't own this field. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy that field. Because he's probably thinking he's trying to harvest field 51. Okay, maybe not. What if I do a bit of a headland? Let's try this. So, turn on harvester, lower harvester. Good thing about this map, as you're probably aware if you're playing it, the land is very, very cheap, which I think is awesome. I mean, a little bit unrealistic, but I think it's a good thing for the game in general. Okay, let's go this way. Okay, all good. Alright, how are we traveling? A few more to go. What I'm probably gonna have to do is I'm probably gonna have to get those other carrots out of storage and bring them over. I mean, I think we've still got... Yeah, we've got 300,000, so we're not going to run out anytime soon. And I would like to... Actually, I would like to sleep again, so I think at the end of this episode, we'll have another sleep, which will get us another growth state for our crops. I think we'll have to throw down another fertilizer round on the potatoes. So we'll do that. We'll check out used vehicles like we normally do. That parsnip harvest can carry on. Oh, and obviously we can put the parsnips in here because then that'll give us the parsnip soup. So that'll further increase our soup production. What I would love is if we get 2 curtain siders in a road train. I mean, there's probably a trailer combo out there that I could use for that purpose. I just haven't come across it yet. So if you know of any good road train candidate mods, let me know. Alright, we'll do this last one and then we'll call it a day. It's already called that, but you know what I mean. Alright, I feel like my pallet stacking's improving a little bit. Okay, cool. So I reckon we've got, let's say, what do we got? 2, 4, 6, or are they 3 deep? So they're 3 deep, so 9. So 9 in each row, so 9, 18, gonna say 27, yeah. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting either way. Alright, where are we? Back on our... Okay, cool, he is moving along nicely. So what we'll do is we'll wrap this video up here. We will carry on with this parsnip harvest. So we haven't got seasons on, so this can take as long as it takes. We'll get another fertilisation state on our potatoes. We will continue loading up those soup pallets. We'll get these parsnips over to the soup factory as well. Or we could go and sell these over at the canned preserved factory. Maybe, we'll see. And then we'll just keep going from there. So thanks very much for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Thanks for all the comments and support for the channel. It really helps me out. So we'll leave that episode here. Thanks very much for watching. Thanks for all the support, all the comments, all the engagement. Really appreciate it. Really enjoying the premium edition of the game, and I hope you are too. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Lift it up. Can we lift it up? Yep. Alright, and let's get some seed. Okay, world's smallest seed. Love that turning circle though. It's like a breakdancing tractor. Check this out. So what we're doing today is we're still carrying on with our carrot soup loading operation. We have got our DeWolf underway. So we've got the global something or other. It's a mod. Actually, I'll tell you the name of it. I mean, I've only said it about 1,000 times in the other. So global goods transport pallet. Okay, so that'll give our carrot harvester a capacity. So that bag on the top is collecting all the parsnips for this field. We've also got our, so what do we got? We've got canola on the go. We've got some potatoes in this field, canola over here. So we need to, actually what I need to do, so I need to sleep so we can get another fertilizer state on the potatoes. So I'll just double check that that's the case. 97%. Okay, so we're pretty good. So I think we're all right actually. Let's check the fertilization map. That might be better. Okay, so fertilization's good. Our harvest is underway. Our soup loading is, it's basically you can just keep, we're just going to do that in between other jobs. What else are we going to do? So today we're going to sleep, get a growth state on these guys. We'll see what we get in the used vehicle sales, because we also need to take some of the carrots out of the grain pool and take them over to the production facility at some stage. We've still got 300,000 odd carrots in there, but also want to sleep because our soup storage was maxed out. Now it's depleted back down to 0. So I want to get another cycle of soup production underway. So we'll go and check on that straight up. Where are we? So it is storing 2,000 litres. Yeah. Okay, so production of the soup is going to slow down quite a bit. So what I'm going to probably do to boost that is take these parsnips that we're about to harvest, get them in the ground. Obviously we've got a batch of potatoes on the go, so once they're ready, they'll come straight over here. We'll try and max out our potato capacity. So I think they'll take 450,000 or 500,000 litres of capacity. So the soup factory can actually hold quite a lot, which is good. All right, let's check used vehicles, because that is what we do. What do we got? Modded potato harvester header, which we've already purchased. We've got another telehandler. I do like this one, but I don't think we need to at this stage. Alright, we've also paid off our loan, so that's where our cash is down. But I'm expecting a big payday with the soup. So that's going to be, once we get a Profi liner full of that, we're going to go sell that. And the prices are pretty stable for soup, as we investigated last episode, so I think we'll be pretty sweet there. Still got a few growth states to go. What we could do is we'll probably get another batch of something on the go, possibly some beets maybe. Yeah, I think we might do that, or we might look to do that maybe in field 54, because I think that did have sunflowers in there, which looks like it's gone now. So maybe so what I want to do is probably utilize these fields up here for the premium expansion crops, keep them pretty small and manageable. Field 53 and 54 look like good candidates for that, possibly even 52, we'll see. And then we'll take those parsnips straight away. So what we do is we might actually get field 54 prepped and ready to go for the next lot of beets, parsnips, etc. So I'm going to buy that. Let's buy all that plot, because we're also going to put a ploughed field into here and utilize that as well. I mean, we could plough it, or we could put an animal pen in here. Maybe we'll put some animals in here, because I could probably flatten this out through here. We'll see what happens. But I did flatten out a huge area down near the potato factory for that purpose. So we'll see how we go. All right, let's go and check out the field work on this guy. If I can get into which one do I want to get into? I'm going to get into this guy. We'll run over, inspect the field. Okay, so it needs to be ploughed. All right, so what tractor are we going to use? Oh, we're going to use the Fendt. So purchased just for this purpose. Now we do have the modified plough that was a source of contention when I thought I had ruined my growth of my crops, but I had seasons paused. So we did a bit of Sherlock Holmes action on that. Figured out the issue, had seasons paused, which was a great disappointment. Okay, let's get this guy turned around. This is going to be problematic to try and get this out of here. Okay, see if this works. This is really not going to plan. So let me, I'll come back in, I'll sort this out. Might just have to nudge it into a position where I can attach it. That's not going to cause a major catastrophe. Okay, this is looking pretty good. Okay, get it into open space, perhaps. Okay, beautiful. Now I think this is a little bit smaller than the other one, so it's a little bit more easy to manage driving on the main road. Whoop. Now these are tracked tractors. I don't know if that's the technical term. Highly maneuverable, so they can obviously turn around on themselves, which is awesome. Okay, make sure allow create fields is off. All right, and we should be underway. Yeah, I feel like this width of plough is definitely unrealistic, but for gameplay purposes, absolutely fine for what we're doing. And it just gives me an excuse to use this beautiful Fendt. Have a go. Look at it. I love it. At time of recording, Agritechnica's on in Germany at the moment, so if you're lucky enough to go there, obviously this has come out a little bit after the event, but if you were in attendance, I did watch some videos about it. Man, that looks like a hell of a show. Let me know in the comments below. Alright, let's check in on how's everything else going. Okay, cool. Alright, how's our growth state on the potatoes? Not looking too bad. Where's our growth map? Cool, got a little bit to go. Probably 2 or 3 more days, I think. Alright, so let these guys do their thing. Field 53's probably got another couple of runs to go. We're just about going to lose that pallet, I think. So the good thing about this is when the pallet falls off, the harvester will just stop. So we'll just come back in, put the pallet back on, and we can continue on. Alright, let's go load up some more of these soup pallets. So what I'll do is I'll start loading from the end here. Let's see how many we can get in. Should we go... Yeah, let's just do this. Might not be perfect, but hopefully we can make it work. Okay, I don't know why I'm having this issue at the moment. Can't seem to get them off. Okay, seem to work alright. I'll try and square up the one next to it. Might have to get a few more pallets in underneath. Right, actually, can we get one in on the end? That's going to be the question. I may need to, yeah, I think I may need to flip the pallet around. So instead of going in this orientation, okay, let's get this guy. Okay, pallet physics are not going my way right this moment. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. I don't know why this has been a problem. There we go. Lovely. Okay, that's what we wanted to happen. Good. You can generally tell when you've got your forklift in the right position, especially on the downward phase, because it makes a audible clunking noise. So that just that I think that's kind of a signal to, I mean, the physics engine, if you will, to let go of the pallet. So if I go like this, you can see it's actually come off. It's not as sticky. Okay, cool. So just there, you can hear the clunk. Oh, one thing we're going to do is we're going to look to get another Farm Tech trailer to cart our root crops around. I mean, I could get another semi-trailer and tow it with the Mack Truck Anthem, because it'd be a lot quicker. So maybe I'll look to do that, because the truck doesn't have to be sitting here while I'm loading up the product. So that might be a better utilization of the truck, at least. I mean, the trailer can stay here. Alright, something tells me we're probably not going to get another row of pallets in the front here. I reckon, yeah, if we had to stack this up a little bit more efficiently, I reckon we could definitely get them in, but probably not to be for this run. Okay, this guy here, let's get this lined up a little bit better. Starting to get a little bit of stuttering with the rendering. Alright, will this guy go? Let's have a look. A little bit stuck. Let's see if we can't just give it a nice little nudge. Gentle persuasion, as we used to say. Alright, one more pallet. So we are, I mean, I will count these and they'll come back in, but I reckon we're probably half full, to be honest. So this is going to be an epic payday when the time comes. Alright, lovely. Okay, let's move on. Alright, so we're still hanging on for dear life with our last row of parsnips. Looks like our plough is done. Now, we said we were going to throw in a new root crop, didn't we? So let's get this back to the farm. I haven't done red beets yet, so I think I'm going to put some beets in there. So what I'll do is I'll get the ridging happening. Oop, don't go that way. And I'll probably go, I might go the 6 meter. Might use this guy as well, because why not? Bit of overkill for what we need, but okay, we've already checked used vehicles. So we want vegetable technology, and we want to go, so if I go to the Grimmer 3 meter and the Cavernaland 3 meter, then that'll give me a fertilization state and seeding straight up, because the Grimmer GF 800, to my knowledge, doesn't have a 3-point attacher on the back. So it's just about saving a step. So let's go this guy. So we'll go the 3-point. So we'll buy that for 34 Gs. And we'll buy this one as well. So basically what you do, if you're not aware, is you get your ridger. So what does this actually say it does? This tool, yeah, creates ridges. So we'll call it a ridger. Many people call it many different things, but I'm going to call it a ridger. Okay, I think I might need to drop this down actually. Let's go lower. Lift it up. Can we lift it up? Yep. Alright, and let's get some seed. Okay, world's smallest seed. Love that turning circle though. It's like a breakdancing tractor. Check this out. So if we were a bit more organised, what we could have done is we could have organised to do this while the parsnips were getting harvested, but obviously that didn't happen. So I could just throw some canola in. I mean, that might make more sense, or I could just buy another ridger and go that way. Okay, so red beet's going in. So we got our ridges. Should get a fertilization state, which we have, and that's growing. Okay, cool. Oh, looks like we've lost our pallet, so let's go grab the telehandler. If I can remember how to get the boom in. Now what I had been doing is I was driving this over on the telehandler, but what I think I'll do is I'll get the low loader and I'll take it over with the JCB fast track, just because I think you can tie it down. Okay, let's see how we go here. Now I don't want to send this thing airborne, so let's just flip it over. Okay, 10,000 litres of parsnips. Can't wait to use that potato harvester. It's going to be, I reckon we're going to get a ton of potatoes. Okay, so we want the low loading trailer, so I think that's over in low loaders. So the Bremer, I think this will be the one we want to go with. So let's just buy that. Now I should be able to chuck this on. So we've got 10,000, is that, oh, it's 107,000 litres of parsnips. Okay. That's pretty good yield for a field that size. And it's a bit more my speed in terms of field size. I mean, field 55, if you remember from, I think it was like episode 2 or whatever it was, that was an insane amount of carrots. I mean, we maxed out at 500,000, but I reckon if I had it continued, because I did call it once the production was filled, and it was, I can't remember how many hours it took me, but it was pretty ridiculous. Alright, let's go get these parsnips sorted out. I'm just going to carve up this red car. Come on, buddy. JCB fast track coming through, dude. Now, one thing I do like about this map in particular, and I think it's easily the best town, I think, for a Giants map. I just like the layout. I like the fact that there's like a main road, which we're on now. It's not really over the top in terms of, you know, trees and styling. The buildings seem very, you know, accurate to the area. I mean, I like the gas station just here. It's got a good mix of residential. It's got a rural feel, but also, you know, a small sort of country town sort of feel as well. Alright, so what we should do here is this should just, if we go over the sell point, or the drop-off point, whatever you want to call it, these guys will unload. So let's turn on parsnip soup production. So it's automatically activated, which is handy. What else we got? Where is it? So set to storing. Okay, cool. So we're all good there. Obviously got nothing to load up at the moment because it's Soup City. I can't lift this by hand, can I? No. So that 100,000 litres of parsnips is going to go a long way, which is good. Now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang on to this one, at least for the short term, until we can acquire one. 279,000. So where did all our money go? Oh, it's because we bought a few things, right? I feel like our money dropped off a little bit too quickly just then. So let me just double check what our finances are doing. Alright, so we bought 61,000 in new vehicles, which was the trailer. We bought some land. Oh, we bought the root crop planting equipment. That's why our money went down. Okay, cool. That's right. I was like, what the hell happened just briefly? Alright, JCB fast track, where are you? Now, if the seed level indication is anything to go by, I probably need a bigger seeder, don't I? Well, something tells me I should have bit the bullet and got the big one. Alright, let's get back to the farm. So I'm going to drive this back over. I mean, I think what I probably should have done is I probably should have leased the equipment rather than buying it. And then when it became available, buy it second hand. Oh, this needs maintenance too. got to keep an eye on the fuel for the vehicles as well, because I don't normally play with fuel usage on, so there is a risk that we're going to run out of fuel at some stage. I mean, I can guarantee I'll forget, and I wonder what's going on. I'll blame the game again, and then I'll realise that I have forgotten to refuel the vehicles. Alright, where are we at with everything else? Let's check our crop growth. So we've still got a bit on there. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to lease the bigger... What am I trying to say? Lease the bigger vegetable technology equipment. So the Grimmer, so we're going to lease that one. So it's a 270 horsepower job. So let's lease that. And then we'll get the Kverneland Mini Nova Fold. So that'll do 6 meters. That'll do 6 meters. So these will have to be done on 2 different passes, but that's okay. I'm going to grab the JCB and do some ploughing, if I can remember where I put it. So we'll get the parsnips we just finished up, get them ploughed and ready to go. And then what we'll probably do is we'll hold off on any more purchases until we can get that soup sold. Alright, all good. I just want to check in on their productions again, just make sure we're all underway. Yeah, okay, so I'm thinking with this new method that we've got for the self-propelled carrot harvester, I'm just going to call it the wolf harvester. If we can get 2 of them going, utilise them for carrots, parsnips, red beets, and we'll just keep cycling through them, keep this production topped off. Top it off with potatoes. Yeah, we're going to be making soup like crazy. Alright, this guy's going to need some seeds, so let's go grab the telehandler. And I'm going to grab a big bag. Not a big bag, a pallet of seed. We'll take that over. Get the guy refilled. Perfect timing. Alright, let's see if this will work. Okay. Yeah, so we're definitely going to need a high capacity seeder for these couple of fields. Looks like this guy is stuck. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these seeders set up. We're going to sleep for another day, get our beet planted. We'll probably do another run of parsnips, and then we'll come back in and we'll carry on with the series. So thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Leave a comment below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. There we go. Bit of a swift maneuver to get that back in position. Hey guys, welcome back to AF Farms for another episode of Zielonka. So what we're doing today is we are carrying on with some harvesting. So we've got some red beets ready to go over here in field 54. So we're using our auto loading setup on the Dead Wolf self-propelled harvester here. So it's working pretty well so far. At time of recording, the mods for the root crops are not, so they're still growing. We've got the parsnips actually. I think it's the parsnips in field 52. So let's head on over there. Yeah, so currently we still don't have the Lizard Colossus harvester mod available yet. So that's still in progress. I'm about to lose this pallet on top here. Let's see if we can't. There we go. Bit of a swift maneuver to get that back in position. Yeah, so we're persevering with this one for now. So far so good with this this little trick with the global goods pallet. It's working quite well, so let's make sure we're all good here. So this should be parsnips if I'm not mistaken. Okay, let's get that working hard. Red beets, yep. Now I was just doing a bit of a quick stock take of the fields that we've got. So let's go and have a look at the growth map. So field 52's got red beets, so they're ready to go. We've got potatoes in 56 and canola in 57, and I think we've got red beets in 54. 51 is corn, and 50, I believe, is parsnips. Let's have a quick look at that. So we can get the parsnips up as well. We've also got our, let's go down here and have a quick look. Our soup production is moving along. So we've got our first batch of what looks to be parsnip soup, I think. Yeah, parsnip soup. So we've got parsnip soup, carrot soup. So they're both on the go at the moment. Our current stock, let's have a quick look. Yeah, so we're going to load this up with the potatoes when the potatoes are ready to harvest. So what we might do is we might sleep ahead one more day, see if we can't get a growth state on those potatoes. I'll just double check they're all fertilized actually. So 56. Yeah, so we've got double fertilizer rate, double fertilizer down there, so that's all good. What I'm going to do while I'm here is load up some more of these pallets. So we're actually getting pretty close to filling this thing up. I reckon we're probably halfway. So it's going to be a pretty good payday regardless when it does come time to sell. So it'll be interesting to see what we end up with financially. I've recently put out a couple of new guides. So I've got a cow guide currently. So if you're interested in learning more about cows or want to check out my take on cows, feel free to check that out. Pretty comprehensive, goes for about an hour and 40 minutes. And it really sort of combines all the aspects of cows into one video rather than doing several different smaller videos. I thought I'd just combine it into one, see how it goes on the long form kind of content. So far so good. It's been pretty well received. But the game is sort of ramping back up now with the launch of the premium edition and over the Christmas period, etc. So there'll be a few new players enter the fray, so to speak. Okay, I'm getting a bit stuck here. And I find that, the cows are a pretty comprehensive animal. So a lot of the guides I've seen cover, bits and pieces here and there, but they don't always seem to cover everything in one video. So I thought I'll try and address that as best I can. So yeah, go and check that out. Let me know what you think. Right, what we might have to do here is might have to do a couple singles at a time here, just because we're running out of not space, but it gets harder to stack when they're triple stacked. So this should be okay. So if I drop that down, push it in. Another mod that I'm waiting for to be updated for the new crops and new productions is the central warehouse mod. So once that's available, what I'll do is I'll distribute these, soups and canned goods or whatever, to the central warehouse. So it prevents us. It means we don't have to load manually like this. We can utilize the warehouse, which I use in pretty much every map that I play on. Just sort of saves a bit of time on the logistical sort of front, which I'm quite a fan of. Okay, let's get this guy in there. Of course that had to go a bit cockeyed. Alright, see if we can get one more in there, and then we'll go and check in on our parsnip or red beet harvest. Work at a block by an object. I bet you that pallet's fallen off. Let's go and have a look. Okay, cool. Alright, where is he? Yep, so that's fallen off, so let's go grab the telehandler. So this does happen from time to time. A bit of an off-road telehandler, this one. So generally, if you get it wedged in there nicely, it's not an issue. So I think what I might have to do is just try and reposition it a little bit more securely. Okay, so let's get this guy picked up. So I'll go from the other side. So what I'll do is I'll cancel this guy out of the worker, just to make this a little bit easier on myself. Right, let's get this loaded up. Okay, let's try that there. Not super confident with that positioning, but we'll see. So the idea is it tries to wedge in between the conveyor belt and the gantry. So far so good. Alright, jump back into this guy. I'm just going to leave the telehandler up this way just in case we need to pick that pallet up again. Alright, where are we at with the other crops? So they are all fertilised, just waiting for them to be ready to harvest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sleep now. Hopefully we can get stuck into our potatoes, because I really want to get the potato soup cranking. So let's go ahead and do that. Just check our used vehicles quickly. Drop a B trailer, small Macy. We'll pass on those for now. Alright, still getting good property income, which I'm happy about. Okay, I think these are going to be ready to go. So remove tops. Let's Let's go and check out this field next door. Canola is still growing. Alright, so the potatoes are ready to go. So let's grab our newly minted Colossus. So this should be set up for... Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sleep till 9 to get a bit more daylight. Cool, that's good. Oh, this has got the unrealistic speed too. So I think we've got the slower header. Okay, let's turn on harvester. Sorry, lower header. Turn on, unfold the tool. Let's try this. Okay, are we actually getting anything happen in here? Turn on harvester. Okay, is that working? Turn on. Okay, are we in business? Yes, we are. Okay, so we'll go on the slightly faster than normal, but we've got the unreal capacity, which is going to be huge, which is going to be good for us. So let's get these lights on. And this is going to form the basis of our potato soup. So I haven't decided how I'm going to transport this over. I have looked at the root crop storage building. So what I'm going to do is I'll hire the worker here, just so I can go off and do some other stuff. Yeah, so what I'm talking about here is, I think it's a silo. Yeah, so it's this one here, root crop storage, 800,000 litres. So that's one option. The other option was we were going to go and pop them into the potato processing plant straight away, but I think what we'll do is we'll wait till we get some soup underway. This guy's going alright. Is there anything else we can be doing while we're waiting? So we've got parsnips there, canola is not quite ready yet. Field 55 is probably crying out for a crop. So we'll have a look at that as well. Yeah, what I might do is I might get something in field 55, so we might go some more canola. So let's go and grab our seeder. Let's go this guy here. So we'll get some more canola on the go. We'll focus on the potato harvest as well. Any good used vehicles? So we've got a decent tractor and a few things to look at, so we'll have a look at that in a second. Alright, I'm just going to go refill the fertilizer and seed. Alright, that's the seed. Let's grab some fertilizer. Alright, sorted. Now one thing we've got to do is we've got to get the oil mill up and running so we can actually convert the canola into canola oil for the production. So that would be very handy if we can get that organised as well. So we're just going to have to pick where we're going to actually build that, because I haven't really decided on that position yet. Alright, here we go. So I should have all the helper buy functions turned off. So this guy is, yep. Cool. Canola, potatoes. Oh, does that work at D? Okay, so our canola should be ready to go next visit, or next day, sorry. Let's go check on the capacity of the potatoes. So 24,000 litres so far, so this is going to take a little while. Alright, let's go and continue loading these pallets up. I'm also considering turning seasons on, so I think that'd be a nice thing to run with for this map. So once we get ourselves sorted, I think with this first sale, and then once we get the crops harvested that we've currently got in the ground, we will turn seasons on, and we'll sort of go from there in terms of our cropping plan, etc. So we've got a decent size set of fields, so we should be able to get a decent amount of yield, which will be sufficient to feed the productions. Obviously we're going to focus on potatoes a lot more, so potato soup rather than the root crops, especially until we can get some modified harvesters. So I know they're on the way, but it's just a matter of waiting. But we'll definitely take advantage of the Colossus potato harvester, that's for sure. And I did get a few tips on some additional forklifts to try out, so if we are going to persevere with this for any length of time, I may look to try some others, see if we can't speed things up in a little bit of more of an efficient manner. Okay, let's grab one more of these. We'll go and check on things. So I think what I'll do here is we're going to go probably, I think, 9 more pallets, and then this will be filled. Okay, let's have a quick check of the prices menu. So I want to check the price of the soups, so the soup varieties that we've got. So preserved. Alright, soup. So peak price is 3,369 January, February, and the lowest price is only 3,267. So basically, it's not a huge difference in price. I'm guessing because it's a canned good that it's not really going to perish per se, as opposed to fresh stuff. And we're going here 50,000 litres roughly. About half the field done, or maybe a third, which is nice. Let's go and grab this guy back to home base, I think. Actually, what I could do is I could plant... Yeah, I'm going to replant a crop actually in this field here because there's nothing in there at the moment. So let's do that. So we've got the ridger and the cedar. So the seeds are a little bit low, but we'll make it work. Maybe we'll throw some parsnips in. Do have a few parsnip fans. I am partial to a parsnip and a carrot here and there. Alright, here we go. Let's get this guy underway. Cool. So this will sort of round out our harvesting schedule as well. We've also got some parsnips here, I believe. So if we can jag another 4-row harvester in the used vehicle sales, this is currently leased. So if we can get one for purchase, that'd be awesome. What have we got here? Massey Ferguson MF 710. 210 horsepower. Probably a little bit low for my needs. Probably prefer them to be in the 300 horsepower range. But not a bad tractor either way. Meadow roller, what is this? This is a mulcher. And this looks to be just a general trailer. So we are in the market for a trailer. So this might be just what we need. Let's check what it can carry. So potatoes, crops. Yeah, basically can carry everything. All right, so we're going to grab that. Yeah, we'll use we'll utilize a tractor for this one, just for the short term. So, okay, cool. How we traveling? Got the Colossus here ready to go. So for any crop harvesting that we may need to get involved with, let's check out our cedar. So he is covering the area required. We do have the little Flegel trailer as well, so we might have to flick that. Got this bale trailer as well, so I think they'll just pick that up in a used vehicle sale. And we're going to sort of plan out what we're going to do with this area. Currently it's just a holding area for our equipment. We've also got this area up our sleeve, so I'm not going to rush into anything yet for what I'm going to put there. I just want to have it sort of available if need be. For whatever I might need. What else have we got here? Yep. Any other useful vehicles? Have a look at this tractor. Alright. Let's load a couple more of these pallets on. So it is very satisfying, at least for me anyway, to see a truck full of your own goods. I know I've said it before, but I'll say it again. Okay, let's get this guy loaded up. Now the central warehouse mod that I was talking about before, I really wish that it was a standard mod. Let's see if I can get this just a little bit further, just to facilitate easy, well, I mean, if you still want to use a forklift and load a truck like this, you still can, but having a centralized distribution building, and then an auto loading trailer like the Crone Profiliner, which is, so in that central warehouse mod pack, it's got the exact same trailer that we're loading here, but it will do 30,000 litres of any product. It just makes deliveries in bulk so much easier. So I don't mind driving the product for sale. I just don't really enjoy having to load everything at one mass like this. I mean, again, it is a simulation and it's part of it, but I think just from a efficiency perspective, that's just sort of what I prefer. And it's also probably timely too, because the premium expansion is out now. What the future holds for Farm Sim 22. So there's a lot of speculation that we'll get the next main title probably November. And when I say speculation, this is just my speculation. Probably November 2024 at this stage, which would sort of tie into the 3-year release window. So we'll probably start to get some information about that if that's happening. Potentially some additional content for first quarter 24 for FS22, but we'll just have to see what happens, I think. But either way, looking forward to potentially a new game next year. Also some new features, so it'd be interesting to see where they take the franchise, what they do, how they can sort of ramp things up. Alright, how are we travelling on this field? I'd say we're about a third, maybe a quarter of the way through. This guy's full, so we do have some more carrots in storage over at the grain pool, so we may need to bring them over at some stage. We could probably do a load now actually while we're idle. We haven't got much on, so let's grab a tractor. So where is, this is the one we want. So this would be a perfect opportunity to try out our new Crone trailer. This is probably not the ideal tractor for this. Probably want something a little bit bigger, but it should do the job. Probably a larger tractor with more horsepower, but we'll make it work. It's a good price actually, 50 grand in the used vehicle sales. I do like the Crone products. It could be Corona. Correct me if I'm wrong down below. I know they're a European brand, but that's about all I know about them. Alright, worker ease blocked by an object. Who's that? So this happens on occasion as well. I don't know why, but not the end of the world. Okay, are we on here? Let's drop this down. There we go. Okay, so I'll just fix this guy up and then we'll head back over. Alright, cool. Alright, what we'll do is we'll leave this episode here. I'll go and grab our load of carrots and we'll take them over to the soup factory and then we'll come back in for the next episode. So thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Hope you're enjoying the series. Let me know down below how you're enjoying the premium expansion, etc. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Looks like we're stuck on the power pole too, to be honest. Jeez, that's a bit unfortunate. How am I going to get out of here? Oh wow, he's properly stuck. Okay, let's try this. Sorry, buddy. Farming. Hey guys, welcome back to AF Farms for another episode of Zielonka. So we're in November. We're in fall, so all the trees are in that auburn, orangey, browny sort of splendor. We're just heading over to the grain pool to retrieve some carrots for our soup production. So we are going to, I can't remember how many we've got in storage, but I think it's about 80,000 odd litres. We've got a potato harvest underway, we've got some seeding underway, so we've got a few things on. So we're just taking advantage of a little bit of downtime to grab some crop that we put in here. Yeah, 67,000 litres. So I'll get this guy filled up and then we'll come back in. Just had an unfortunate blockage there with worker D, so we'll sort him out and then we'll go back and grab those carrots. So we're putting an additional field of canola in here, so in preparation for potato processing. So the plan is, so we'll get this guy underway. Very economical on the seed, I must say. Very good. Okay, yeah, so the plan is to get our potatoes harvested. So we're going to ramp up our potato processing. So initially we're going to probably focus more on potato soup. Geez, we can really feel the weight in this, but we are getting there. We're going to take a shortcut back to the farm and drop these carrots off over at the soup factory. Hopefully we don't roll it. Famous last words, right? So this little cut through next to field 91 is very handy because it sort of cuts out that road length. It's good map design this, because Giants obviously recognise where people are going to transit to and from, and it makes sense to put a path in where people are likely to drive, so they're not driving across fields and that sort of stuff. So very much appreciated. Over on the left here is where we've kind of cleared the land. It's a little bit hard to see through the trees, but I've cleared off all that land in preparation for what we're going to build down there. So I may put the oil mill down there, I may put some animals down there. Haven't quite decided yet. We've got a bit of traffic jam with our Fendt Vario, so let's go and sort this out. Looks like we're stuck on the power pole too, to be honest. Jeez, that's a bit unfortunate. How am I going to get out of here? Oh wow, he's properly stuck. Okay, let's try this. Sorry, buddy. Farming. Okay, let's try that again. Alright. Okay, cool, back underway. I'm sure I'll get the bill for the damaged car. Maybe, we'll see. Alright, let's get this driven over to the soup factory and then we'll come back in. Don't mind me, through the pedestrian crossing. I feel like this tractor needs a bit of a front weight. The steering seems to be very sort of twitchy, for lack of a better word. Could be because there's too much weight on the back. Alright, Let's get this guy in here and then get these carrots unloaded. Right, I'm going to try and send this guy back on a worker. Let's see what happens here. It's generally a 50-50 chance. So let's try and set destination to just down this way. Okay. Looks like we're on. There we go. Unreachable. Yeah, of course. I mean, it's a good feature of this worker situation, the auto drive. But it could be a lot better. Let's try this again. So we're over here. Let's go just down this way. Okay, underway. So we'll leave that to do its thing. Hopefully we don't have to intervene. Let's see it just driving off in the distance there. Potatoes, 143,000, so that's pretty good. We got our parsnips going in, so that's also quite good. Canola's going in nicely. Now, is there anything that needs fertilising? Let's have a quick look. Worker D blocked by an object. Didn't get very far, did he? Which one's Worker D? Oh no. Worker D's making it. Doing a better job driving than I did. I think it's this guy. Oh no, Worker H was okay. Okay. Well, unless Worker D is... I actually don't know. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, he's good. He's good. He's good. And we're nearly back at the farm. So that's worked a treat. Well done. Happy with that. Alright, let's just park up just here for now. We just missed a row there. It's alright, we'll sort that out next run through. So let's go and admire our handiwork with the pallet stacking. So I've got a can of soup on its side. I'm not going to win any prizes for truck driver of the year. Does it tell us how many we got on board? I don't think it does. No. You know what, I'm almost tempted to sell this right now, but I think what I'll do is I'll wait until we get a few more in there, so we've got a full truckload, just about, and we'll go from there. Alright. Now what I'm thinking is I'm just going to drive this harvester over to the soup factory. So let's dismiss the worker. I'm going to finish this off myself. So I've got a little bit I want to pick up. Turn on. Is that working? Yes. And then what we could probably do is, do we need to plough this? What's the field state? Probably needs cultivation. I don't think I've got ploughing turned on actually, so I might have to see if we can plant straight away. I've got a feeling we can. Let's see what our soil map says. Harvested needs... I'm sure it's going to need some form of cultivating. Actually, let's see if we can get... if we can plant potatoes straight away. I don't think we're going to be able to, but let's have a look anyway. I think our potato planter was over here. Well, actually, you know what I'll do? I'm going to leave that as is because I'm going to turn seasons on. So having the crops out of the ground. So once I finish this next round of harvesting, so when I say next round, I'm talking about this stuff here. We'll crack into winter, December. We'll turn seasons on, and then we'll just see what happens from there. So I'm going to pick up this last little bit and then we'll come back in. Alright, here we go. Potatoes are done, so let's go and drop these off. So what I would normally do is I'd unload these, but I think just because we're using this harvester and we've got the ability to transit them over to the processing point quickly. So normally this harvester doesn't go 75 k's an hour. Okay, let's get our pipe out happening, which is that one. Actually, no, let's wait till we get in so we don't clip the power pole. Oh, I've just knocked over my... Oh, that was silly. Alright, pipe out. Now hopefully this will pipe out straight away. Okay. This should carry on while we are doing other stuff. So is that... Did that take it all? Oh, 100. So that unloaded like instantly. Wow. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, let's go and check how much we've got in there. Okay, so potato soup is running. We've got 300 potatoes to 100 soup. Same as everything else. What is it? Set to storing. Yep. Okay, cool. So we're going to have soup for days. Alright, let's see if I can't resurrect this forklift. Okay, so, whoop. Oh, look at that. Should be a driver for Monster Jam. Right, let's get this guy back to the farm. I must say it's unrealistic how quickly this thing travels, but geez, it's convenient to get to and from places. Very, very convenient. Alright, let's go checking on the progress of everything else. So our beet parsnip harvest, parsnip planting is, try and say that 3 times fast, parsnip planting. Canola is still going. Where is our, yep, so this guy is just about done. So I'm not going to worry about that last little strip. Okay, let's get this engine started, that'd be good. Alright, are we going? Okay, we're off. Okay, so we can dislodge this pallet. Okay, not very realistic or graceful, but gets the job done. Let's go grab our telehandler. See if we can't joust this BMW looking vehicle. Obviously a BMW likeness, not an actual BMW. Don't want to infringe on anybody's IP. Alright, so red beets, let's go. Oh, we nearly got 100,000 litres of this, so that's pretty good. So let's get this on here. Now, do we have a tractor free? Don't think we do. Yes, we do. We've got this guy right here. Perfect one for the job. Alright. Okay, get that strapped down. Okay, let's head on over to the soup factory. Get some red beets in there. So I think that's every type of vegetable in the factory now. So we should have, well, the goal is to fill it up. We went hard on the carrots initially. Once we get those modified harvesters, which I'm pretty sure we will get, it's just going to be a matter of time. It's going to be absolutely no issue filling up those productions. And then we can we'll go and purchase the, so I think what we'll do is we'll focus on the soup like we have been. Then we're going to go to the potato processing plant. Then we're going to go focus on the canned food factory. And we've also got pianos to consider too, so that's something I want to start working towards. So we might actually do that sooner rather than later also. It's just that the forestry equipment that I'd like to use is quite pricey. Quite expensive, so I think we're just going to have to build up our cash flow a little bit more. Alright, so we've got every type of... Oh, we can actually make triple soup now too. Okay, so that's all good. If anything, we should probably focus on red beet a little bit more, just to boost that quantity up. Okay, still unloading. It's going to be a little while yet. Alright, where are we at with everything else? So we've still got some seeding to finish off, so that's not far away. This guy's still got a ways to go. So I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to wait until this guy's completed before I turn seasons on. Or I can just turn it on, and because I won't be able to harvest the canola straight away, I don't believe anyway. So we'll just see what happens there, I think. Because that's pretty much all the jobs I've got on currently. So let's get back to the farm. Alright, this guy's run out of seed, so we're going to just retire him for the moment. Not too worried about completing that field. Let's go just here. Right, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bail out of this canola, just because I want to move forward and get the seasons turned on, change things up a little bit. How are we going for time? And also I want to get another production run on our soup. So we've got all the soups in play now, so we're gonna have a play with that as well. So what I might do is I might leave this video here, and then we'll come back in next video. We'll activate seasons. We'll turn on maybe ploughing, lime, a few of those sort of settings. Just because we've got a good grounding now for our crop rotation and what we're going to be sort of going after. So I think that might be a good segue into that sort of section of the gameplay. So Thanks very much for watching. Really appreciate it. Let me know how you're enjoying the series down below and how you're enjoying the premium expansion. And I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.